After a remarkable Season 1 with unbelievable twists and turns and dramatic finishes that culminated with the crowning of an Islander champion, we have returned for Season 2. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutchpower, and this year we have a Dreamzzz themed marble racetrack with all new obstacles and a format that will resemble the World Cup soccer rules. Marbles have been working hard all week getting to know this layout, and we are here today with a course preview. Marbles will not be racing today, but we wanted to introduce to you the Dreamzzz Legona 500 racetrack. It all starts with an 18-inch vertical climb where marbles will immediately be dropped into a dizzying curly Q slide where marbles will immediately have to deal with turn number 1. It's our first obstacle of the day. As marbles come down the slide, they will have generated an amazing amount of counterclockwise spin, and depending how they handle that initial impact on the fence, they may be propelled further down the racetrack, or they may ultimately spin up into the corner, slowing them down and giving marbles that are trailing them a chance to catch up. Turn 1 has become so unpredictable that marbles have nicknamed it Forrest Gump Turn because they just never know what they're going to get. As marbles make their way down the Golden Road, they will go past the first set of capacity crowd of nearly 100 minifigures. They'll get past the deer, past the trees as they make their way to the Carrot Bridge. The Carrot Bridge is a little bit wobbly and unstable, and that can cause marbles to lose control as they make their way into obstacle number 2, the whack-a-mole mushrooms. Marbles may be able to navigate straight between these mushrooms. They may go straight over the top, but occasionally, as these mushrooms pop out of the ground, they may cause a marble to come to a complete stop or even trap them underneath the mushroom. Marbles then begin another straightaway where they're going to need to pick up a huge amount of speed, heading towards turn 2, where a few carrots await them. It may not seem like much, but a simple glance of a marble can ultimately knock them off course or cause a huge reduction in speed. That will lead them into the meat grinder, obstacle number 3. 32 rotating teeth of marble crunching power, which can cause the marbles to slow down, stop, or even get pushed backwards. If they make it through the meat grinder, they will go underneath the turtle van, make it into turn number 3, where they will have to brace themselves during the climb up the final elevator as they head towards the lava river. 5 feet of rocky, uneven terrain as marbles tumble their way past 16 spiders and over the lava river, trying not to fall off the side as they make their way towards our final obstacle of this racetrack. Marbles are going to need a good amount of speed coming down this rocky terrain as they fall into the Grave Digger. 24 rotating shovels, which marbles will have to catch just right so that they are tossed up to the final level of this racetrack. But if they don't catch it just right, they may fall back into the Grave Digger, or they may even be tossed all the way off this course. Once they are tossed to the top level, marbles will have to navigate the rocky terrain as there are crevices and cracks where marbles can be bounced left or right. They can even get wedged in the rock wall if they are tossed just wrong. This will take a strategic amount of rolling as they make their way past past the final zigzag, through the army of villains as they make their way to the finish line. This racetrack is nearly 24 feet of treachery. Just surviving this racetrack without getting tossed off or stuck will be an accomplishment. As we said, this season will take a World Cup format. 32 marble owners have signed up to be a part of the Dreamzzz edition. Those 32 owners will be split into groups of 4 for qualification. Each group will send 2 representatives on to the field of 16, where a single elimination tournament will ultimately crown our Dreamzzz Legona champion of this year. Today was a course preview, but qualification begins on Friday, October 4th, starting with the A group. You're not going to want to miss a minute of this Legona action. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And for now, I am Ian Clutch Power. We're going to leave you with the sights and sounds of the Legona 500. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you for qualification. The air has turned from hot and humid to a little bit chill and crispy. It is fall, and it is marble racing season. What is up, everybody? My name is Ian Clutch Power. Welcome back to the Legona 500. This will be the Lego Dreamzzz version, and we're going to take on a little bit of a World Cup style competition. 32 marbles will compete in 8 groups of 4. The top 2 marbles from each group will advance to a 16-team tournament. We're going to start with the A group. This will be the Ghosts. We have 4 competitors, starting with Harry Potter's Headless Nick. He will be represented by white marbles. We also have Lord of the Rings, King of the Dead. He will be represented by those red marbles with that red cape. We also have Ghost Rider, represented in black marbles. And of course, Slimer will be represented by green marbles. The rules are very simple. There will be 3 rounds of action within each group. The top finisher in each round will receive 4 points. Finishing 4th will get you 1 point, and the cumulative top 2 scores will advance to the round of 16. We are ready to roll with round 1. The marbles are climbing the course, and they have dropped in and are ready. It looks like it is King of the Dead taking an early lead past the mushrooms. He will hit the carrot and give now Ghost Rider a chance to pass. But here comes King of the Dead back through. They will make the climb to go down the volcano and head towards the Gravedigger. Let's see how King of the Dead handles it. He's up on top and wedged in the volcano. That gives Ghost Rider the lead. He will take the lead into the final lap. Here comes Ghost Rider. 8 links behind is King of the Dead. Oh, Ghost Rider just flew off the course. King of the Dead is now your leader. He is struggling a little bit and gives a chance for Slimer and Nearly Headless Nick to get back in it. It is King of the Dead followed quickly. Now it's Nearly Headless Nick who gets caught up in the meat grinder, and it is King of the Dead with the lead. Here comes Ghost Rider. They are neck and neck going into the final stretch of this final lap. It looks like King of the Dead has a little bit of a lead. How will he handle the Gravedigger? He does. He will finish in first place. Can Ghost Rider get through? Yes, he'll finish in second and pick up 3 points. Can anybody else earn any points? Here comes Slimer to pick up 2. And now will Nearly Headless Nick finish it all? Yes, he will, picking up a single point. And there you go. After one round, King of the Dead picking up 4 points. Ghost Rider with 3. Slimer picking up 2. And Nearly Headless Nick picking up a point, which may prove to be an important point down the stretch. Oh, this crowd can't believe how many lead changes there were in the first round of this Group A competition. We are in for an exciting second and third round to see who will advance to the round of 16. Here we go with round 2. 8 marbles head into the course, and it looks like it is Ghost Rider with an early lead. I don't even see anybody else out there. Ghost Rider dominating. Can he handle the meat grinder? No problem. He is through. Now into the second part of this course, making the climb. He will take the tumble down the volcano. How will he handle the Gravedigger? It's an eliminator for sure. He is up on top and through, no problem. It will be Ghost Rider taking the lead into the final lap of round number 2. Where is he? Where is he? Ghost Rider has been eliminated on the slides again, and now it's Slimer in the lead. This is wild. Oh, now Slimer hits a mushroom, and it's King of the Dead in the lead. How will he handle the meat grinder? He gets caught up. Slimer bumps him forward, and now they're neck and neck through the meat grinder. They have one more tumble to make down the volcano, and they'll have to handle the Gravedigger. It's King of the Dead in first. He's up top. Slimer goes the wrong direction. It's going to be King of the Dead picking up 4 points. He was followed quickly by Slimer, who will pick up 3. Ghost Rider comes through. He'll pick up 2 points for finishing third. Nearly Headless Nick, nowhere to be found, picks up no points. King of the Dead with a commanding lead, likely to advance to the Sweet 16, but Ghost Rider and Slimer tied at 5. Only one of them can advance. We are going to have to keep a careful eye on those 2 marbles. Whoever wins round 3 will advance to the Sweet 16. It looks like Nearly Headless Nick will not have a chance to advance. Here we go, round 3. Who will be the ones that advance? We are off and racing. Slimer jumps out to a huge lead, looking super motivated to get to the Sweet 16. He gets caught up in the meat grinder, though, and it is King of the Dead once again, dominating round 3. Oh, he looks like a serious favorite to advance even beyond the Sweet 16. Here comes King of the Dead. Gets tossed around a couple of times, but is up. He has completed 1 lap and dominating. This is the final lap. The question is, where is Ghost Rider? Where is Slimer? But we're watching the leader. King of the Dead race through this course. Struggles a little bit, but has picked up some speed now. Through the carrot, into the meat grinder, bouncing around in the meat grinder. Oh my gosh, and look at this. It is Slimer, and it is Nearly Headless Nick. Nick with an outside chance to advance if he can win this thing. Here he comes down the volcano into the meat grinder. Oh, but Slimer with the pass. It is Slimer going to win it and pick up 4 points, and he will advance. Nearly Headless Nick picks up 3, but that's not going to be good enough. Here come the remainder of the marbles, and it is ultimately a wild finish, but it's going to be Slimer picking up the round 3 win. Nearly Headless Nick finishes with 4 points, not nearly enough. he is going to be eliminated from this competition. Ghost Rider with 7 ultimately couldn't do enough and gets eliminated. King of the Dead picks up the checkered flag. He will advance to the round of 16, as will Slimer, 9 points apiece. They will just sit back and await their seeding and find out who their first round matchup will be once the tournament begins. What a wild day of Dreamzzz Lego Marble Racing we have had today. Thank you guys for being here. We've got Group B coming up soon. Hit that subscribe and like button if you'd like to be a part of the Legona 500 action. This is Ian Clutch Power saying thanks for being here today. We will see you next time. You can see that the leaves have started to change. Fall is upon us, and it is marble racing season. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and we have some exciting marble racing action for you today. It's qualifying day for Group B, the Grumpy Old Men. 4 marbles will be trying to qualify for the round of 16. First, we have from Star Wars, Grand Moff Tarkin. He will be represented by black marbles. We also have from the Muppets, Statler will be represented by blue marbles. Representing the X-Men, we have Wolverine. He will be represented by yellow marbles. And finally, The Simpsons, Mr. Burns will be represented by green marbles. Qualifying rules are simple today. There will be 3 rounds, each of which will be 2 laps. Marbles will earn points based on their finish within each round. The top 2 cumulative scores after 3 rounds will advance to our round of 16 tournament. We are ready for round 1 action. Who will get off to a good start and earn the 4 points for winning the round? It looks like Statler's off to a pretty good lead. He weaves the mushrooms, past the bird, past the carrots. How will he handle the meat grinder? He cannot do so, but Burns gets through. Burns will make the climb up the volcano. He'll be the first to attempt to go down the lava river towards the Gravedigger. He gets his way up top, zigzags back and forth, and he is on to lap number 2 with almost nobody else in sight. Burns would love to get off to a good start here. All points are going to matter to get to the Sweet 16. Burns goes straight through the mushrooms with no problems at all. Misses the carrots. Will he handle the meat grinder? He's through. Wow, what a lap for Burns. One final stretch before he earns 4 points. He goes down the lava river. He's up on top and he's wedged. Oh no, both Burns marbles are wedged. What a disaster for Burns. Here comes Statler to the top shelf. Look at this, he actually freed Burns. Statler finishes in first and picks up 4 points. Burns, with a little assist from his friend, picks up 3. Look at this, both Burns marbles were wedged in the rocks. It looked like that meant Burns would get no points at all for round number 1. But then Statler, out of nowhere, 2 marbles coming down into the Gravedigger. The first one gets denied. The second one flies up and frees Burns. Statler picks up the win and picks up 4 points. Burns catches a lucky break, finishing second, will get 3 points. Tarkin eventually finished in third place, picking up 2, and Wolverine unable to finish. He won't pick up any points in round 1. A terrible start for him. You can see X-Men fans all over the stands, devastated by Wolverine's performance. Wolverine will get the top spot here as we go to round number 2. He gets hung up, and that is Tarkin out to a big lead. How will he handle the carrots? Oh, he gets hung up a little bit, slowed down. Now he gets bumped by the meat grinder. That gives Wolverine a chance to shoot right through. He's in desperate need of points. He is out to a big lead. 4 points would take him a long way to getting back into this thing. He's up on the top shelf, straight through the Gravedigger. Gets through the first lap with ease. Now it's looking like Wolverine down the slides. He is bouncing back and forth. It slowed him down a little bit. He goes straight through the mushrooms, though, and Wolverine is cruising. He gets hit by Burns, who was hung up from lap 1. Now he's in the meat grinder, and Wolverine, with a disaster, gets a bump from Burns, and it's still Wolverine. He is followed quickly by Tarkin and Burns. That lead Burns marble is still on lap number 1. Can Wolverine find a way to the top? He can, but he gets passed by Tarkin, and then Wolverine goes back, but then Tarkin gets him back, and Tarkin wins it. What a wild finish. There were 4 lead changes at the very end. Watch this. Wolverine is up on top, but his angle is a little bit strange. He gets tossed to the right. You can see Burns gets tossed way backwards, which gave Tarkin a chance to follow, but he gets hung up on the rock as Wolverine goes in for the pass. Tarkin takes the inside line and passes Wolverine back and ultimately gets the round win. Tarkin picks up 4 points. Wolverine gets a desperately needed 3, and you can see it is incredibly tight after 2 rounds. All 4 of these grumpy old men would love to get to the round of 16 with a brilliant performance in round 3. Any of them are still alive to get there. We are 2 laps away from 2 old men qualifying. Who's it going to be? It looks like Burns is going to snake his way through the mushroom and take the lead, but he's slowed through the gate. Wolverine was there, but he got hung up in the meat grinder. Burns is so good in lap 1. Oh, I just saw Statler fall off the course. He's only got 1 marble left now. Burns zigzags through, and he will finish the first lap with a commanding lead. Burns looking to go to the round of 16, hung up on the fence a little bit as he goes down into the mushrooms, slowed way down, hits the mushroom, comes to a full stop. He's going to need more speed. He's bumping and zigging and zagging, and he hits the carrot. He's so slow. Now he's hung up in the meat grinder. Everybody's hung up in the meat grinder, and that gives Tarkin a chance to get through. Tarkin is going to make his way down the volcano and into the Gravedigger. Will he get through it? Let's see how this one goes. Where's Tarkin? He struggles to get through. He's a little slow, but he's through. That is Statler finishing in second place. He only had 1 marble left, and he manages to pick up 3 points. What a wild finish in round number 3. Tarkin with a brilliant performance. Wolverine, unfortunately, unable to get the job done. He will not qualify for the round of 16. Tarkin with 10 points picks up the checkered flag. But more importantly, look at this. Statler and Burns tied at 7. Only 1 can go on to the round of 16. We've got playoff marble racing for you. It is Statler versus Burns. 2 laps to determine who goes home and who plays the round of 16 tournament. Right now, it is all Statler. No, Statler gets hung up in the meat grinder, but the second one comes through. Now it is Burns by 1 length over Statler. They have got a lap and a half to go down into the Gravedigger. Who gets to the top first? It's 2 Statler marbles. How close is Burns? It looks like he's about 7 lengths behind. Burns is hoping to make 1 last push. He doesn't want to go home yet, but Statler is determined. Zigzags through the mushrooms with ease. Does he hit the carrots is the question. No, he misses the carrots, but the meat grinder's got him. Oh, poor Statler, but the second Statler is looking like the hero. He gets to the elevator first, but Burns only 7 lengths behind. Here comes Statler. He's a little slow, zigzagging through to the Gravedigger. He's up on top. They're both up on top. It's Statler. No! Burns! Burns bumped him! Burns bumped Statler at the very end. Look at this. They're both up on top. Statler with the lead. Statler goes just a little too wide, and Burns bumps Statler on the inside, ultimately taking the win. And Mr. Burns, the pride of Springfield, will advance to the round of 16. And unfortunately, Statler and all Muppets fans devastated by what they just saw. Statler will have to watch at home with Wolverine as Mr. Burns will join Tarkin, representing Group B in the round of 16. Wow, we had some wild finishes in Group B. If you missed Group A action, make sure you go back and watch that. If you are having fun in the Legona 500, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I am Ian Clutch Power, guys. Thank you for joining us for this Legona 500 action. We'll see you next time. Four teams have already advanced to the round of 16. Today, two more teams will punch their tickets. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and I can't wait to see today's action. We have had some wild finishes and some crazy eliminations so far in Groups A and B, but today is Group C, the childhood hero group. Your first competitor today, represented by copper marbles, will be E.T. No marbles will be pitied today, as Mr. T will be rolling with the red marbles. Ariel, with that green fin, will be representing all of Disney with the green marbles. And finally, we have Sloth from Astoria, who represents the blue marbles. We have got some wild action for you today. I'll tell you what, these guys have been practicing this course for a week, and this grave digger obstacle has been absolutely brutal. Ariel specifically has really struggled this week on how she can handle this grave digger. She's even gone as far as to nickname this obstacle Ursula's Curse. But the practice rounds are over. It's time to find out which of these two marble owners are going to handle this course best. 3 rounds of action. The top scores will advance. This is round 1, and we are off and rolling. Looks like E.T.'s off to a decent start now, but Ariel gets in there and passes. She bumps the carrot right through the meat grinder with no problem at all. She will be the first to climb the volcano mountain and attempt the gravedigger. Here she comes. Let's see how she handles it. She's up on top, no problem at all. Straight through. She's stuck a little bit there. Looks like Mr. T gave her a little bit of a bump. That helped her a ton. Ariel maintains the lead going into this final lap. 2 Ariel marbles now. They head in and straight past the mushroom. Ariel with a huge lead. Oh, she gets caught up on the carrots a little bit. Now she's bouncing around the meat grinder. 2 Ariels getting ground up, and that gives Sloth a chance to get through. Will he be able to earn 4 points? He's climbing the mountain now. How will he handle the lava? No problem as he cruises into the gravedigger, and he is tossed off the course. No, it's Ariel, followed by E.T. Ariel picks up 4. E.T. picks up 3. I saw Mr. T come through and pick up 2. No sign of Sloth. Unfortunately, Sloth looked like he was going to win this round and is unable to finish. Ariel off to a strong lead with 4 points. E.T. and Mr. T not that far behind. You can see the crowd from Astoria not thrilled with the gravedigger as it tossed Sloth off at the very end of the course. Astoria fans are rabid Legona fans. They are off to round 2, hoping that Sloth will put up a better performance. Ariel once again comes out of the gate strong. How will she handle a meat grinder? No problem at all. Ariel already with 4 points and now in a commanding position to pick up a bunch more. How will she handle the gravedigger? She is tossed off the course. Ursula got her this time. Here comes E.T. He's across the line first. We're going into the final lap. E.T. looking to pick up a whole bunch of points here. He slow a little bit on the fence. He's caught up now, but he gets a little bump. Now he's slow across the carrot bridge. How is he going to handle the carrots? Let's see. Straight through the carrots. Wow, we haven't seen that yet. Now it's E.T. up to the top shelf, looking to pick up 4 points. He will come bouncing down the lava river, and here he is to the top shelf. He's up on top. It's going to be, no, Mr. T and Ariel both pass. What happened there? It was all E.T. Slow. It looks like Sloth is going to come across and pick up a point, but we need to look at this again. Look, E.T. was first on top, but we see Mr. T fly up top. He actually went behind the rocks to take the lead, and then Ariel flew all the way to the top shelf, picking up a ton of speed. They both were able to pass E.T. What a finish. Sloth with only 1 point. Things look bad for Sloth right now, but it is very tight amongst the other 3. Ariel off to a very good start. Let's look at that one more time. Look at Mr. T here. He flies up top and actually goes behind the rocks with a little backdoor strategy, and then Ariel goes flying all the way to the top shelf. It is steep up there. She gained a ton of speed, able to pass E.T. and finish in second place, picking up those 3 points and give her the overall lead after 2 rounds. That was another wild finish with the Gravedigger. You just never know how that thing is going to finish. We are up to round 3. Only 2 teams can qualify for the round of 16. Sloth is off to a good start. He's going to need a win and some help. That didn't help as Mr. T passed him quickly. Mr. T in full command now. He is followed by Sloth and Ariel. No sign of E.T. at all. Here comes Mr. T. He's up to the top shelf, zigzags back and forth, and he cruises past. He will take the lead into the final lap, the most important lap of this entire event, as we have 3 marbles vying for 2 spots. Mr. T a little slow out of the gates. Can Sloth pass? He can, but Mr. T gets him right back. Now it's Sloth through. Sloth is going to need a win to give him any chance at all. Sloth coming down the final stretch. Will he get up on top? He will. He goes the wrong direction, but that may still be good enough. He's going to pick up the 4 points. Now it's E.T. across the line to pick up 2. Will anybody else earn some points? Mr. T comes up with 2, and Ariel picks up 1. Was that an important point? Oh, was it ever? Look at the standings after 3 rounds. Sloth, it just wasn't good enough. At 5 points, he's headed back to Astoria. And we have a 3-way tie for 2 spots, which means it's a 3-way playoff. The top 2 teams will advance to the round of 16. 1 will be sent packing. Looks like Mr. T's out to a good start. He gets caught up a little bit, but then zips right through the meat grinder, and Mr. T has a 3-length lead over Ariel. They look primed to advance. Here comes Mr. T. He handles it, as does Ariel. She actually gets a boost forward. She's really tight. She's only 3 lengths behind as we enter the final lap. No sign of E.T. at all. He's got work to do if he's going to find a way to qualify. Right now, Mr. T is out to the lead and looking very strong. Here comes Ariel. She bumps the carrot, gets slowed down a little bit, but Mr. T gets caught up in the meat grinder. It's all Ariel right now. She looks like she will qualify. Down the lava river she goes. Here she comes, and oh no! Oh, what a devastating blow for Ariel. She was thrown off the course. Mr. T comes through and qualifies. Here comes E.T. to qualify. Oh, Ursula's curse ultimately eliminates Ariel at the very end. I can't believe it. All week long, Ariel was saying that she was struggling with this bit of the course. And look at that. She was tossed straight up in the air and then thrown backwards. What a brutal break for Ariel. She will have to swim home without an invitation to the Sweet 16. But that does mean that the T's advance. Mr. T and E.T. both punch their tickets to the Sweet 16 as Group C comes to a close. That was a wild finish right there. Congratulations to E.T. and Mr. T. Both will look to advance past the round of 16. I tell you what, guys, this course is just full of eliminations and bad breaks. It takes an unbelievable combination of skilled rolling and a little bit of luck to survive and advance in this one. I am Ian Clutch Power, guys. Thanks for joining me today on the Legona 500. Smash that subscribe button if you're having fun. Go back and watch Groups A and B if you missed out on the action, and be ready for Group D coming out soon. The difference between qualifying for the round of 16 and being forced to wait for next year can be as simple as a bounce of a marble. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power. We have an exciting day of marble racing action for you. 3 groups have already sent their qualifiers on to the round of 16, and today, Group D, the winged creatures, will send 2 more qualifiers. Rolling with the blue marbles today, it will be Star Wars' Watto. After an excellent week of practice, an early favorite rolling with the black marbles will be Batman. Representing the CMF crowd, rolling with red marbles will be Red Dragon. And finally, from Sesame Street, the yellow marbles will be Big Bird. Oh, it's going to be a wild day. But before we get started, we wanted to highlight turn 1 on this course. Notice, as marbles come off of these ramps, they actually crash into the fence with counterclockwise spin. So depending on how they handle that, they can either be propelled down the course further or actually get caught up into that upper right part of the fence, which slows them way down. We're going to have to see how these marbles handle turn 1 today, because it can be the big difference between getting off to a great start and maybe even making up ground if you're behind. We are ready for round 1 action. The marbles are down on the course, and it looks like Watto's off to a good start. He gets passed quickly by Big Bird, who bumps a carrot, and he is not able to get through. Right now, it is all Watto. He'll be the first to come down the lava river and attempt the Gravedigger. Let's see how he handles it. He struggles a little bit, but now is up on top. Looks like Batman isn't too far behind, but Watto's the first to cross the finish line. Now they both fall off the elevator. That gives everybody another chance to get back in it, but they're up top now. Watto will be the first one to come through. He is very slow over the Carrot Bridge. Batman not far behind. Here comes Watto into the final stretch. He banks off the wall and he's on the elevator. How will he handle the lava river? He's up on top. Here he comes to the Gravedigger. He has been tossed straight into a crevice. Oh no! Devastating for Star Wars fans. Batman will be the first one to cross the line. He'll pick up 4 points. Big Bird across the line for 3 points. Here comes the other Watto marble to pick up 2. Can the Red Dragon pick up any points at all? Here he comes. He will pick up a point that may be important down the stretch. Oh, Watto fans are not happy with that finish there. They were on their way to 4 points and then only take home 2. Batman, no surprise, as a brilliant week of practice had him ready to roll. He now not only is the favorite, but has the early lead with 4 points. Anything can happen with 2 rounds to play, and here we go with round number 2. Who's going to come up of turn one with the lead? It'll be Watto across, but now Red Dragon goes in for a quick pass. He could really use some points to get back into this thing. He gets caught up in the meat grinder, as does Batman, and it's Watto that shoots through now. Just like round number one, Watto is off to a lead. Here he comes, down through, into the Gravedigger he comes. He's up on top now, and he'll finish the first lap in the lead. A win here would position Watto brilliantly to qualify for the round of 16. Here he comes, down the stretch, over the carrot bridge, much better this time. Can he avoid the carrots? No, he gets bumped by the carrots, launches him backwards, and the little rabbits have him. Watto is stopped on the course. Big Bird gives him a little bump. They now are hung up in the meat grinder, and that gives Batman a chance to get through. Batman with a 3-length lead over Watto. Can Batman get some points? Where did Batman go? Batman's nowhere to be found, and it's Watto. Down through, and Watto will pick up 4 points. Oh, brutal. There's Big Bird to pick up 3. Here comes Red Dragon to pick up a pair of points, but where did Batman go? I don't understand what happened to Batman. He climbed the elevator in first place and disappeared. That gives Big Bird and Watto a tie for the lead. They are positioned very well to qualify. And now suddenly Batman went from in command to needing to do some work to qualify. It's tight overall, but I still don't understand what happened to Batman. Let's take another look. Batman in the lead, coming off of the elevator, and then he just disappeared. Let's see what happened here. Oh my gosh, he took a hard 45-degree turn to the right and completely fell off the course and into the lava. That is unbelievable for Batman. He just simply hit that pole with the wrong spin. It carried him to the right, and he was gone. Suddenly, Batman with some work to do as we enter the final round of competition. Batman gets off to a nice start, but hits a mushroom, and now Watto, for the 3rd straight round, has gotten off to a brilliant start. Watto looking to qualify. He's got a huge lead coming down the volcano and into the meat grinder. He's up on top, a little bit slow through the rocks, but he'll pass once again in first place. He's followed quickly by Red Dragon and Batman. One final lap to go. Who will qualify? It is all Watto right now. Look at him go. Watto is determined to get to the round of 16. Now he's hung up in the meat grinder, struggling for a 3rd round in a row on the final lap. And it is Big Bird that shoots through, followed quickly by 2 Watto marbles. Can Big Bird get through the Gravedigger and qualify? He's up on top, no problem at all. Watto hung up all over the place and finally gets through to pick up 3. Big Bird got the win. He got 4. Batman comes through for 2, and Red Dragon will pick up 1 more point. Take a look at the way these marbles handle his Gravedigger. Big Bird shot straight up through, but Watto didn't time it very well. He actually gets tossed into the wall and bounces straight backwards. Then another Watto marble comes up and hits the wall again. The Watto marble from previous goes straight up, hits the wall. Oh, if you don't time that Gravedigger well, it can be just devastating. Speaking of devastating, the Red Dragon and Batman both fail to earn enough points to qualify for the round of 16. Meanwhile, Watto and Big Bird earn the checkered flags and their tickets to the Sweet 16. Oh, it's been another wild day of racing. Half of our field of 16 has now been determined. If you missed groups A, B, and C, you're going to want to go back and watch those. No spoilers here. You are not going to want to miss Group E action coming out soon, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am Ian Clutch Power. Thank you guys so much for joining us here at the Legona 500. We will see you next time. What happens when a brash young rookie gets put in the same group as a savvy veteran? We're gonna find out today. Welcome everybody to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and we have got another fantastic day of qualifying today. Today is Group E action, the Royal Bloodlines. Our first participant is the young brash rookie, Elizabeth Swan. She's a phenom, but trouble seems to find her wherever she goes. She will be represented by red marbles. The savvy veteran, Princess Leia, will be represented by white marbles. Check out that hair on Leia. The Marvel Universe will be represented by blue marbles by Shuri. And we've got the copper marbles representing Jasmine today. No further ado, these princesses are ready to go. Round one is underway, and it is Elizabeth Swan out to an early lead. Look at this, the veteran and the rookie going head-to-head right away. Leia gets slowed down by the meat grinder. She's a few links behind Swan right away. Swan will be the first to attempt the Gravedigger. She is up on top and through. This rookie is showing no fear whatsoever. Leia, several links behind, is going to try to chase her down. We're into the final lap of round one. It's all Swan at the moment. This rookie is going to be a force to deal with all week long, but look at this. Did she plan well enough for the meat grinder? She is caught up in the meat grinder. Leia having problems as well. Can anybody else get into this thing? No! Everybody is caught up in the meat grinder. This is brutal right now. Who's going to find their way through? It's two Leia marbles into the final stretch of round one. Leia has two chances to pick up 4 points here as she goes into the Gravedigger. The first marble stuck on top, but the second one shoots right through, and Leia will pick up 4 points. That is Jasmine picking up 3, followed by Shuri picking up 2, and the rookie somehow only picks up a point despite leading for most of round one. You can see Leia has the early lead with 4 points. Jasmine sitting in second with 3. Shuri coming in with 2 points, and the rookie, not thrilled with that performance, will be looking to rebound here in round number 2. Shuri and Jasmine have both been quiet this week at practice. They are very focused on getting into this round of 16. Meanwhile, all the noise has come from Elizabeth Swan. Let's see if she can rally in round number 2. The marbles are down the slide and onto the track, and the early lead goes to Jasmine. She cruises out to a big lead. She hits the carrot. Leia bounces off of her. A veteran move, as you might expect, and she has the lead. Look at this, another Leia marble just behind her. How will she handle the lava river? She's plinkoing around. She's up top. She's been tossed off the course, and the second Leia marble is wedged in the rocks. Oh, a brutal break. Both Leias are gone. 2 Shuri marbles and 1 Jasmine go to the top as they make their way down the slide in the final lap. Right now, it's Shuri. She's going right through the mushrooms with no problem at all. Weaves through the carrots. She is now stuck in the meat grinder, and it is Jasmine getting through. In fact, 2 Jasmine marbles getting through. Jasmine looking to pick up 4 points. Will either of these marbles be able to handle the Gravedigger? Both beautifully through. Jasmine will pick up 4 points. Can anybody else pick up points? It looks like Shuri's going to pick up 3 for finishing in second. Is there any sign of the rookie? We didn't see her at all on either lap. She must have been eliminated early, and we already know that Leia has been eliminated from both. Oh, neither one could finish. Jasmine, with those 4 points, goes to 7, and Shuri picks up 3. She's at 5, and now the veteran Leia only has 4. She's on the outside looking in and will need a brilliant third round in order to get to the round of 16. But let's take one more look at what happened. Leia had 2 marbles here in this opening lap. The first marble gets tossed all the way over the edge and eliminated, and the second Leia marble gets caught up in the rocks. Oh, you'd think a veteran could handle it better than that. Now she's got to do something special to get in. She's off to a good start, straight through the mushrooms in round one, misses the carrots and finds her way right through the meat grinder. Leia, a savvy veteran. Can she handle the pressure of playing from behind? She's down the lava river and into the grave digger. She's up on top. She will take the lead into the final lap. She's one lap away from getting in, but she still is going to need the win. Now she's caught up a little on the fence. That's going to give people a chance to get back into it now. She plinkos off some of the mushrooms, slowing her down. Will anybody make a move? Here comes Jasmine. It's going to be a Leia-Jasmine finish here. Jasmine is 4 lengths behind. Can Leia handle the gravedigger? She couldn't last time. She's spinning around with Jasmine. Leia's up on first. Jasmine just barely misses the pass. They finish 1 and 2. Here comes Shuri in third. She'll pick up 2 points. And once again, the rookie, unable to finish, Elizabeth Swan, will finish with just a single point. Look at Jasmine try to make a move here to pass at the very end. Leia was up first. Here comes Jasmine. You can see Jasmine tries to make the move when Leia goes the wrong way, but just comes in a hair late. Leia takes the 4 points. Jasmine picks up second place and 3 points. But the real story here is this brash rookie. She had a phenomenal week of practice, but rubbed everybody the wrong way, and karma kind of bit her on this one. Elizabeth Swan will have to learn from this experience. She's eliminated. Shuri's going to come up just a point short, and the checkered flags go to Leia and Jasmine. They advance to the round of 16. We have now punched 10 tickets to the round of 16. We have 3 groups still to come. If you missed groups A through D, make sure you go back and watch those videos. And if you would like to be a part of future Legona action, hit that subscribe button. You're not gonna wanna miss it. I am Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today at the Legona 500. Tons more action on this Dreamzzz course. We can't wait to see you then. Today, we answer the age-old question, what is your favorite food? Welcome, everybody, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and today we have exciting marble racing action, and all the marbles will be food. The yellow marbles will represent the banana. We will have the hot dog represented by bright red marbles. We will have transparent red marbles that will represent the pizza. And finally, we have transparent green marbles, which will represent the pea pod. Remember, marbles will earn points based on their finish in each of 3 rounds. The top 2 cumulative scores will advance to the round of 16. Without further ado, we are ready for round number 1. The marbles are headed down the slide and onto the course. It looks like that is Hot Dog off to a good lead. Now it's Peapod taking over. Peapod will be the first to get into the meat grinder. She's caught up, as is Hot Dog. It looks like Peapod gets through. Now Hot Dog goes in for the pass, but all 4 participants make their way closely packed to the volcano. Who will be the first to handle the gravedigger? It looks like that is Pizza to the top, followed closely by Hot Dog and Banana. It's a 3-way race right now. All 3 down the slide into the final lap. First place earns 4 points. Right now it's Hot Dog. Hot Dog followed closely by Banana. Off the carrots they go. Oh, Hot Dog takes a brutal backwards beat off of the meat grinder, and now it's all Banana. Can Banana handle the Gravedigger and earn 4 points. Here comes Banana, hung up a little bit now to the top shelf, and yes, it'll be Banana, followed by Pizza. Can anybody else earn points today? There's Peapod. She goes flying all the way off the course and will not finish. That's 0 points for her. Here comes Hot Dog, struggling in the Gravedigger, but ultimately makes it through to pick up the 2 points for 3rd place. Wow, a fantastic opening round. Banana getting the win, picking up 4 points. Pizza picks up 3. 2 points go to Hot Dog, and unfortunately, Peapod, unable to finish, picks up no points at all. But what is going on now? The Banana fans are rabid, and has become tradition. They are throwing bananas all over the racetrack due to the Banana win. We have got a cleanup crew on hand. They do not look thrilled about having to get this cleaned up before round 2. Hopefully they've got it under control because the marbles are on the course, and here comes Banana again. After a dominant round 1 win, Banana looks poised to repeat. But now caught up in the meat grinder. That gives everybody else a chance to catch up. Now Banana's free and headed up to the volcano. Can the Banana get down this track and into the Gravedigger safely? This is the test right here. Up on the top shelf, Banana dominating. Peapod a little bit behind after the first lap. Peapod could really use some points after finishing with 0 in round 1. But look at Banana, already with 4 points and a win, and there's nobody else on the screen. Here comes Banana into the meat grinder again. Peapod gets through first. Peapod looking to pick up 4 points. Banana not far behind, just 1 length actually. They'll go into the Gravedigger together. Peapod by a little bit after a boost of speed. Peapod can't get up top. Here comes Banana. Banana's gonna pick up a win again, and Peapod will get those 3 points. Hot Dog picks up 2. Can Pizza find its way down the track and pick up a point? No, it cannot. Banana, with its 2nd straight win, goes to 8 points. Hot Dog now has 4, and Pizza and Peapod tied at 3. The Banana looking poised to repeat. And yes, as has become tradition, the fans littering the course with even more bananas now. It's completely out of control. Cleanup crew has called in backup, but he does not look prepared to handle this chaos. Oh my goodness. We need a clean track for round number 3. There are 3 marbles still in contention to take that 2nd spot. Banana looks fantastic, ready to take the 1st. Peapod with 2 marbles. One of them gets right through the meat grinder and is headed up the volcano. Lap number 1, Peapod's only a point off of qualifying despite picking up no points in round 1. Peapod struggling mightily with the Gravedigger, and now it's Banana again. Oh, Banana is just dominating this group. To the top shelf, down the slide, and here we go. Banana, again with nobody else on the screen. Could it be a clean sweep for Banana? Potentially the overall number 1 seed at stake for Banana here. There's another Banana marble. Nobody can compete. Here comes Banana, looking for 3 straight wins in Group F. Here comes Peapod, not far behind. Banana down the stretch. Can it handle the Gravedigger? It is up on top. Peapod not far behind, but it's going to be Banana for a 3rd straight win. Peapod comes across in 2nd, picking up 3. That's Hot Dog to pick up 2. Can Pizza pick up a point? Oh, Pizza has really struggled to finish this course, but that 1 point may prove useful. Here it is. Pizza will pick up a point. Wow. With 3 straight wins, bananas are everywhere. We even got the golden banana, which represents 3 wins in a row. Oh, the cleanup crew has completely given up, and now there's a gorilla on the course. It is pandemonium here on the racetrack as Banana takes the clean sweep and earns the checkered flag. Pizza did not earn enough points to qualify. He will go home. But we're not done yet. Look at this. Peapod and Hot Dog are tied at 6 with 1 invitation on the line. You guys know what that means. It is playoff time. Hot Dog and Peapod, 2 laps. 1 winner goes to the round of 16. The other one watches at home on TV. Peapod takes the lead around turn 2 into the meat grinder and is through, followed very closely by Hot Dog. Oh, they are neck and neck as they make their way down the volcano for the first time. Big boost of speed for Peapod, up to the top shelf with Hot Dog not far behind. Couldn't quite get the pass and is now 6 lengths behind as we go to the final lap. Here comes Peapod, spinning off of turn 1. Has a big lead. Could Peapod go from no points in round 1 to qualifying for the round of 16? Now hung up in the meat grinder. Oh no! Who's going to get through first? It is Peapod, but Hot Dog is right there. This thing is now 4 lengths different. Here comes Peapod. How will they handle the Gravedigger? She drops in, hoping to make a clean pass, and she can't do it. Now they're both hung up. Who's the first on top? Oh, it's Peapod. Hot Dog went in for the pass, was just a second late, and it is Peapod who qualifies for the round of 16. Amazing stuff by Peapod. Goes from no points in round 1 to earning the checkered flag and qualifying. The real story here today, folks, is Banana. 3 straight round wins, and Banana is poised to make a deep run in the round of 16 tournament. Nobody in the history of Legona has gotten 3 straight wins and earned 12 points. Banana making history here. If you guys are having fun at the Legona 500, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future action. We only have 4 spots left in the round of 16. You're not going to want to miss it. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next time. It is spooky season. Kids everywhere are picking out their costumes, and it's time to race some marbles. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and we have another group of hopeful marbles looking to qualify for the round of 16. This is Group G, the Halloween Monsters. First up, racing black marbles, we have the Vampire Bassist. With the transparent blue marbles, it will be Fright Night. The green marbles will represent the Zombie Cheerleader, and the white marbles will represent the Zombie Bride. Pressure is starting to mount as we only have 4 spots left in our tournament. But look at this, we have a little pre-race festivities. We've got the Disney characters in their Halloween costumes putting on a little parade for the kids. Look at how cute that Toy Story alien looks. There's a little spotting of Olaf and Jiminy Cricket with those wings. Oh, we are ready for action here in round number 1. The marbles are on the track and they are rolling. Zombie Cheerleader out to a lead here, followed quickly by Zombie Bride. It looks like now Fright Night takes the lead, shooting straight through the meat grinder. Fright Night will be the first one to drop into the volcano. The Gravedigger has been a problem, but these are Halloween monsters. They should be able to handle the Gravedigger no problem. Indeed, Fright Night goes right through, followed 12 links behind is Zombie Bride. Looks like Fright Night struggled a little bit on turn one, now really struggles on the track as Zombie Bride takes over. She hits the carrot, slows down a little bit. Now she's caught up in the meat grinder. Everybody's caught up in the meat grinder. Who's going to get through? It's both Zombie Cheerleader and Fright Night. They are side by side. Who's going to pick up the round one win and 4 points? Zombie Cheerleader will be the first to the Gravedigger. She's up and through. She'll get the 4 points. Fright Night finishes in second and picks up 3. Zombie Bride through for 2. And indeed, Vampire Bassist picks up a point for finishing that lap. An outstanding performance by the Zombie Cheerleader has her in command of this race. She will pick up the 4 points for winning round one. Fright Night with an excellent performance picks up 3 points, and you can see that the Vampire and the Zombie Bride each still alive after round number one. Tensions are very high as all 4 of these Halloween monsters have aspirations for winning the coveted championship. But first, they're going to have to find a way to advance. Round number 2 is underway. The marbles are flying down the opening part of this track, and it's Zombie Cheerleader again. She hits the carrot, gets slowed down, but the Vampire gets her bumped forward. Now it's Zombie Cheerleader and Vampire. They are 1 and 2, followed by another Vampire marble. Here comes the Zombie Cheerleader. She's bouncing around on the course a little bit, giving the Vampire a chance to take the lead, and she does. It'll be the Vampire taking the lead into the final lap of round number 2. She's down on the course, spinning against the wall, slows her down, and that gives the Zombie Cheerleader a chance with a burst of speed to take over the lead. She's around turn 2. But look at this, here comes the Vampire taking the inside lap, and she'll take a 2-link lead into the final stretch. Down the lava river she comes and into the Gravedigger. Can she get up on top? No problem at all. She'll pick up the win. Zombie Cheerleader not far behind took the back door route and picks up second. That was both Zombie Bride and Fright Night picking up some points at the end. Wow, the burst of speed that we saw from both Zombie Cheerleader and the Vampire was remarkable. Zombie Cheerleader sitting in the lead with 7 points now. Vampire not far behind with 5. And the Bride and Fright Night both still alive with 4 points. But take a look at this burst of speed. Vampire had 2 marbles ahead, but Zombie Cheerleader turns on the jets and blasts through both of them. Oh, she's got to be a favorite going into this final lap. Now take a look at the Vampire. A strategic move here, takes the inside line. Then she actually bumps Zombie Cheerleader into the corner. Oh, these Halloween monsters are not messing around as we go into lap number 3. 2 spots in the tournament on the line, and the Vampire's caught in a mushroom. Now it is Fright Night and Zombie Cheerleader. No, it's all Zombie Cheerleader. Fright Night got bounced backward. Now he's back in it with both of his marbles. Here comes Zombie Cheerleader down into the Gravedigger. She's up on top, no problem at all, but Fright Night takes a more direct route, takes the lead. Who will be the one to earn enough points to advance to the round of 16? It will be Zombie Bride taking the lead. She's through the mushrooms with the lead, hoping to qualify. But here comes Fright Night, straight through the meat grinder and into the elevator, half a lap to go. Zombie Cheerleader not far behind. They all need points with only 2 spots on the line. Here we go to the Gravedigger. Fright Night is through. What happened to Zombie Cheerleader? Oh no, both the Zombie Cheerleader marbles are stuck, and she's not going to finish and earn no points. Here comes the Vampire through for second place. She'll pick up 3. Oh, is that ultimately going to cost the Zombie Cheerleader a spot? Let's take a look at what happened. You can see one Zombie Cheerleader already stuck in the rocks as Fright Night goes by to win the lap. But here comes the second zombie cheerleader, she actually hits the first one and then nestles into the rocks right next to her. Oh, what devastating news for the zombie cheerleader nation. Unable to finish round number 3. She did go in with the lead. Was she able to qualify? Let's take a look at the final standings. The vampire did sneak in there with second place points. Was it enough to get her to the round of 16? Oh, zombie cheerleader fans have missed it by a point. Oh, that is just an absolutely brutal break as the vampire bride and the zombie cheerleader fail to qualify. That gives the bassist and Fright Night the checkered flags. They are headed to the round of 16 tournament. Group G action is done, which means we have only one group to go. 2 spots remain in our round of 16. If you guys missed any of the earlier qualifying action, make sure you go back and find out who else is in our field of 16. The weather is cooling down, but the action at the Legona 500 is just heating up. You're not going to want to miss a thing. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Our field of 16 is nearly complete. 2 spots remain. And today, we will punch those 2 tickets. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and today is Group H qualifying. This will be the Pirate Group. Our first competitor is our defending champion, the Islander. Before we continue on, let's go back and relive a little bit of the magic from when Islander won the Castle Legona final. Crowning a champion. They are over Cotton Candy Mountain. They are into the castle, and we are off and racing. Look at all these marbles flying through. It looks like it's going to be Islanders with a very small lead over 2 Ahsoka marbles. Another Islander just behind. Now look at this. Ahsoka jumps ahead. Islander zigzags back. Now it's Ahsoka again. These marbles trading blows back and forth. It looks like Ahsoka opens up a small lead, and she will take the lead over the bridge and past all of the jousters. Right now it's all Ahsoka, the 8th seed, who barely qualified for this event, is going to be the leader with 1 lap to go. She gets in at 42.54. That is nearly 5 seconds ahead of the Islanders. Will Ahsoka cruise to victory? She's through the castle. Oh no! Ahsoka has jumped completely off the course, and the Islanders take the lead. And we are now racing with the Islanders with a huge lead. Here comes Ahsoka. She is 10 lengths behind. Islanders into the Deja Vu to turn 2. On to turn 3. Islanders absolute cruise control right now. The Islanders are a half lap away from winning this thing. How will they handle the joust? Gets past but bumped and gets stuck on the second jouster. Oh no, now Islanders are stuck. Oh, this is going to be an unbelievable finish. Here comes Ahsoka. She now has the lead to the Dragon Slayer. Ahsoka's on the top shelf, but no, it's Islanders. Islanders will cruise on to win this race by more than a second. What an amazing moment that was. Islander back to defend his crown, rolling with the yellow marbles. Joining him in Group H will be Davy Jones, representing the blue marbles. We also have that fierce pirate Blackbeard, of course, rolling with black marbles. And finally, the crafty pirate Hondo Onaka, rolling with red marbles. We are on the course in round number 1. 2 spots remain. Who will claim them? It looks like Blackbeard is off to a good start. Now Hondo goes in for the pass, and here comes Davy Jones. They're into the meat grinder. Hondo is the first through, and he will hit the elevator. The defending champ is not far behind. Let's see how Hondo handles the Gravedigger. He is up and not through. It's actually Blackbeard that's through, but he's stuck, and now Hondo is through. Looks like Islander gave Blackbeard a little bump, and he's back and rolling again. Hondo in command as we go into the final lap of round number 1. Let's see if he can get through and pick up the 4 points. He's caught up in the meat grinder a little bit now. Oh, he's going to slow him way down. Both Hondos caught him. The defending champ is through. He's got 2 chances to get through the Gravedigger and pick up 4 points. That would be a great start to qualifying. Let's see how Islander handles it. No, he cannot handle the Gravedigger. It is Blackbeard that is up and through. He will pick up 4 points for round number 1. Now Hondo picks up 3. Davy Jones picks up 2, and our defending champ is in trouble. Does pick up 1 point, but can he qualify? Oh, it would be a devastating blow if the defending champ cannot even qualify for the round of 16. Blackbeard in great position now as we head towards round number 2. Hondo and Davy Jones a little bit behind. Here we go. Round number 2. The marbles have hit the slides. They are on the course. Blackbeard once again comes through with the defending champ not far behind. Islander takes the lead now. He's caught up in the meat grinder. Oh, this meat grinder has been brutal to these pirates, and now Hondo is through. He gets stopped a little bit on the ramp. That gives some marbles a chance to get back in it. Hondo down the lava river and into the Gravedigger. He's up on top, no problem at all, joined by a second Hondo marble, followed quickly by Blackbeard. How will Hondo handle turn 1? Bounces way up into the corner, and that gives Blackbeard a chance to pass. Blackbeard now passed again by Hondo. They are trading blows back and forth. How will they handle the meat grinder? Hondo, not so much, and it's Blackbeard making his way up to the lava river. Down into the Gravedigger comes Blackbeard. He's up on top. He's going to win his 2nd straight round. He's at 8 points. The Islander, desperately in need of points, picks up 3. That's a great sign to get him back into contention to qualify. Can anybody else pick up points? Here comes both Davy Jones and Hondo. It'll be Davy Jones across the line just before Hondo. And look at the standings now. Blackbeard with back-to-back wins. Everybody else tied at 4. Oh, suddenly we've got a little bit of history on the line. Remember, in earlier qualifying, Banana won 3 straight races to pick up 12 points, and now suddenly Blackbeard threatening that record with a chance to tie Banana. Banana in the stands watching anxiously, wondering, will his record of 3 straight wins hold up, or will Blackbeard tie him and earn one of those top seeds in the field of 16? We're on the course for round number 3. Hondo off to a great start again. Davy Jones following him. Here comes Islander. They're all hung up in the meat grinder again. It looks like Davy Jones gets through first, but now it's Islander with a half-length lead. He, the defending champ, is going to try to earn enough points to qualify, but now Davy Jones is up first. Oh, Blackbeard shoots through brilliantly. Now suddenly he has a big lead going into the final lap. Blackbeard threatening Banana's record. He is off of the mushrooms and through. Will he handle the carrots? He will, no problem. He's into the meat grinder and hung up a little bit. Who's going to get through first? It's Blackbeard yet again. He's half a lap from tying the record. He is into the lava river. and headed towards the Gravedigger. Can he get up top? No problem. He is going to tie Banana's record. Oh, Islander just barely makes it over the lip. That'll be 3 points. That means our defending champion is going to sneak into the round of 16. Wow, that was close. Blackbeard, the story. That nasty old pirate earns the checkered flag along with Islander. They will advance. Hondo and Davy Jones did not have enough today. They will be sent home. But the real story here is Blackbeard sending a message to Banana, sending a message to our defending champion. He's on his perch, staring down at those two. He wants it to be very clear. With 3 straight wins in Group H, he is the one to be considered the overall favorite to win this tournament. Our bracket reveal is up next. Who will your favorite marble be matched up against in round number 1 of our tournament? Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of our Legona action. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for being here today. The tournament's up next. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you then.
We started with 32 teams hopeful to hoist a trophy. We are now down to 16 qualifiers. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am Ian Clutch Power. I will be your host today. Some marbles qualified long ago and have been awaiting their seating. Others just got in. It all gets revealed today on our 16-team bracket reveal show. Let's start by taking a quick look at the bracket. We will be filling in all 16 teams today. Let's start by meeting your number 1 overall seed.
Who's going to get through first? It's Blackbeard yet again. He's half a lap from tying the record. He is into the Lava River and headed towards the Gravedigger. Can he get up top? No problem. He is going to tie Banana's record.
Blackbeard, your number 1 overall seed, will be the tops of the East region. He awaits his matchup. Let's meet the number 2 overall seed.
Oh, Banana is just dominating this group. To the top shelf, down the slide, and here we go. Banana, again with nobody else on the screen. Could it be a clean sweep for Banana?
Banana, having earned 12 points out of the food division, will be your number 2 seed headed out west. Let's meet your number 3 overall seed.
He is now stuck in the meat grinder, and it is Jasmine getting through. In fact, 2 Jasmine marbles getting through. Jasmine looking to pick up 4 points. Will either of these marbles be able to handle the Gravedigger? Both beautifully through. Jasmine will pick up 4 points.
There was a lot of drama in the Royal Bloodline division, but Jasmine came through as the winner. She will be the number 3 seed out north. Let's meet your number 4.
He is followed quickly by Tarkin and Burns. That lead Burns marble is still on lap number 1. Can Wolverine find a way to the top? He can, but he gets passed by Tarkin, and then Wolverine goes back, but then Tarkin gets him back, and Tarkin wins it.
Tarkin dominated the grumpy old man division. He will be your number 4 seed and headed out south. Let's meet the remaining field of participants in this tournament. First, having earned 9 points out of the winged creature division, we have Watto. He will head out east in the same division as Blackbeard. After a last-second pass, Slimer earns a trip. He is headed to the West Division.
The top seed from your ghost group was King of the Dead. He will join Jasmine in the North Division. And the Winged Creature Division was dominated. Big Bird earned 10 points there. He is headed out south. Now, let's meet the opponents for each of these 8 racers. First, just barely sneaking in a playoff over Statler, Mr. Burns will head out east. His first round matchup will be with the number 1 overall seed. E.T. snuck in when Ariel was tossed off the course. He is also headed out east to take on Watto in an opening round match. Peapod also snuck in a playoff against Hot Dog. She will head out in the South region to take on Tarkin. Fright Night gets in by winning the Halloween group and will go south to take on Big Bird. Leia taught that rookie Elizabeth Swan a lesson, sneaks in, goes west, and will have to take on Banana in the first round. Mr. T, he advanced from the childhood hero group. He will take on Slimer out west. Islander, your defending champion, gets into the field of 16. His opening round matchup will be against Jasmine. And the vampire bassist barely snuck in when the cheerleader failed to finish. She will go north and take on King of the Dead. Oh, we've got some intriguing first round matchups here at the Dreamzzz version of the Legona 500. Let's talk to a couple of experts and see who they have picked as their final 4 teams. Potter and Penguin, race experts. Out of the East region, Harry Potter will pick the overall number 1 seed Blackbeard. He'll no doubt be difficult to beat. Penguin, on the other hand, does have an upset and will take E.T. out of the East region. In the South region, Harry Potter will take the Winged Creature Group winner Big Bird. Penguin will also take Big Bird. They both have high expectations for the bird from Sesame Street. Heading out west, Harry Potter has picked the number 2 overall seed Banana, while Penguin, picking another upset, has taken Slimer. Going out north, Harry Potter takes the defending champion Islander. Penguin has picked Jasmine to come out of the North region. There you go. Harry Potter's final 4, Blackbeard, Big Bird, Banana, and Islander. Penguin takes E.T., Big Bird, Slimer, and Jasmine. Who are you rooting for? Who are you picking to get to the final 4? Let us know in the comments. This should be a wild tournament, but we would love to know who you are picking to get out of each of these regions. Let's take a quick look at the rules for our tournament. This will be a single elimination tournament. Each matchup will consist of a best of 3 rounds. The first racer to win 2 rounds will advance. Each round will consist of 2 laps, and each marble owner will get a chance to enter 4 marbles into the race. The 1 single marble finishing first will be declared the winner. Finishing touches are being put on this race course, and final polish is being put on these marbles. Action is about to heat up at the Legona 500. Let's take one last look at the bracket. I'm particularly intrigued by this opening round matchup for our number 1 seed. Mr. Burns seems like a very tough matchup for Blackbeard. And can our defending champion Islander manage to upset the number 3 overall seed Jasmine in the first round? Tons of storylines to watch here at the Legona 500. If you don't want to miss any of this action, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you're alerted when our first round mashups go live. Get ready, folks. The Legona 500 tournament is about to begin. We will crown a champion soon. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for being here today. We will see you next time. It is standing room only here at the track as qualification has come to a close and the long-awaited tournament begins. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. Let's take a look at the bracket. One of these 16 marble owners will navigate through this entire field and be declared the Legona 500 champion. Today, we've got an East round matchup between the overall number 1 seed Blackbeard and the upstart Mr. Burns. The crowd will wait no longer. Burns on the left in green, Blackbeard on the right in black. They are off and rolling in round number 1. Burns off to a fantastic start. Around turn 2, straight through the meat grinder. He is at the elevator and headed towards the volcano. He will tumble down the lava river and head towards the gravedigger. He really needs to get off to a fast start if he's going to have any chance to upset the number 1 seed. He is through the first lap and Burns will hit the slide with 1 lap to go in the lead. He spins into the corner, that slows him way down. Can Blackbeard capitalize and make a push now? Burns into turn 2, handles it no problem at all. He's into the meat grinder. He's caught up in the meat grinder, can't find his way out. Blackbeard must be making a push now. Burns really struggling. Here comes Blackbeard and now he's stuck in the meat grinder. Oh, these two marbles are having one terrible time. Can either one find their way through? Finally, they both do, but Blackbeard had momentum and he has the lead. He'll have 3 links heading into the lava river. Can he get out to a 1-0 start? Here comes Blackbeard. He is struggling and now gets tossed up to the top shelf, as does Burns, but Blackbeard will come across the line first. He wins our opening round. Wow, look at these two marbles just struggle in this meat grinder. This was a really tough opening matchup. You can see that as these two marbles come through, Blackbeard is going to have significantly more momentum coming through as they both finally pass through. Burns was slow, and ultimately Blackbeard used that momentum to pick up the win. We are off on round number 2. Burns is in a must-win situation now. Blackbeard off to a good start, looking for the 2-0 sweep to head straight to the quarterfinals. Burns is through the meat grinder. He is on the elevator now. 2 Burns marbles, followed quickly by 1 Blackbeard. Here he comes, down the lava river, into the gravedigger. Let's see how he handles it. Beautifully right through, and he will take a big lead into the final lap of round number 2. Again, Burns must win to stay alive. He's stuck on the fence now, and here comes Blackbeard. Now Blackbeard is having trouble on the carrot bridge, but here he comes with a huge burst of speed. Will Blackbeard come through and qualify? Here comes Burns. They are neck and neck. It looks like Burns has a very small lead coming down the lava river. Here he comes. Blackbeard took a short lead, and now it's Burns up on top. Blackbeard can't get through, and Burns comes across the line. He will even the score, but we do have a controversy here. Look at this. We have a Burns marble in the meat grinder that never finished lap number 1. The marble behind Burns is actually the one who was supposed to finish, but Burns pulls a sneaky little move, swaps marbles, and this marble is the one that ultimately crossed the line. But there are no flags on the field, no instant replays that count. Burns evens the score and forces round 3. Here we go, the marbles on the course. 1 winner will advance to the quarterfinals. Blackbeard out to a good lead now, but he's stuck in the meat grinder. 2 of them now get through the meat grinder, as does a Burns. It looks like Blackbeard will have a great chance now as he's got 2 marbles headed down the lava river. Blackbeard has only lost 1 race in the history of this event, and he is looking good now as he crosses the line with 1 lap to go. Blackbeard comes down the slide. How will he handle? Oh, he falls off the slide. Now the second Blackbeard marble is through. Does that give Burns a chance? Oh, Blackbeard struggles with the mushrooms now, slows him way down. He is bouncing around, misses the carrots, and he's into the meat grinder. Takes a huge bounce backwards, and he's caught. Can he get through? Yes, side by side they come to the elevator. It looks like it will be Blackbeard with a 2-length lead. Can he advance and avoid the upset? How will he handle the Gravedigger? It all comes down to this. It is Blackbeard up top. Birds can't do it, and Blackbeard wins it. He will advance to the quarterfinals. It once again came down to the meat grinder on this final lap. Take a look. Blackbeard hung up. Burns tried to squeeze through there, but actually collides, pushing Blackbeard forward. The glance caused Burns to slow way down, and ultimately Blackbeard comes away with the win, avoiding the upset. Mr. Burns gave it everything he had, but ultimately it is Blackbeard advancing to the quarterfinals in the East region. He awaits the winner of Watto and E.T. They are up next in our round 1 action. If this opening round matchup is any indication of what we are in for, you are going to see some thrilling races and fantastic finishes as we race towards the Legona Cup Championship. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We will be posting all of the round 1 action with no spoilers from previous action. So if you missed any of the prior coverage, you can always go back and watch it without knowing the outcome. I am Ian Clutch Power. Thank you guys for joining me today. Round 1 action continues with E.T. versus Watto. We can't wait to see you then. Today, it's an intergalactic matchup of marble racing owners with a trip to the quarterfinals on the line. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and today's matchup is literally out of this world. So grab your popcorn because it is tournament time. Let's take a quick look at the bracket before the matchup starts today. We are headed to the East region. Blackbeard and Burns have already played their matchup, but we won't spoil the results of that one. You can go back and watch that one in a previous video. Today, Star Wars' Watto takes on the extraterrestrial E.T. And without further ado, we have got Watto on the left in blue, E.T. and Copper on the right. This is round 1, best of 3 matchup. We are underway. Watto takes an early lead, followed quickly by E.T. Watto will be the first by 1 link to climb the elevator and go to the lava river. Let's see. Oh, it looks like E.T. goes in for the pass. He got a great boost. Who will be the top shelf first? They're both there at the same time, but E.T. takes the shortcut and he has the lead. 1 lap to go in our opening round. E.T. spins off of turn 1 brilliantly and heads past the mushrooms with no problem at all. He misses the carrots. Now he is caught up in the meat grinder. Oh no, let's see if Watto can handle it. No. E.T. gets through now, and he will get to the elevator. Half a lap to go. Let's see if ET can go up 1-0. He's got a 5-length lead. Here comes ET into the Gravedigger. Oh no, he's stuck in the rocks with a previous ET marble, and now it's Watto coming through, and he will win it. Watto takes a 1-0 lead. Look at this ET marble just bounce right into the rocks and get wedged. This Gravedigger, you just never know how the bounces are gonna go when you get tossed up to that top shelf. ET fans having a little Reese's Pieces snack but disappointed with the results. They know now that they are gonna have to win rounds 2 and 3 if they are going to advance. Here we go, round 2. Watto, 1 win away from advancing to the quarterfinals. Here comes 2 Watto marbles, followed by a big burst of speed from ET, but he bumps Watto. Now he's got the lead again, and it'll be ET that's the first to the elevator. Watto falls off the course. Now he's got 2 more marbles in there, but ET has a big lead. Let's see how he handles the Gravedigger. He knocks the creature down on the track, which will block the track. Oh, ET with a brilliant move. Will that block any other marbles from getting through? Or will ET even be able to get through in lap number 2? We're gonna find out. ET being strategic, down by 1. He enters the meat grinder and goes right through. Oh, ET is half a lap away, but is the course still blocked? We're about to find out. He's headed down the lava river and into the Gravedigger. The blockage is still there. ET to the top shelf. Oh, and now he's stuck. He bumps another ET marble forward, but that one still has a full lap to go. What happens now? Can Watto make a move, win it, and advance? Here comes Watto. Oh, he's stuck. Now everybody's stuck. Here comes another ET. He's past the blockage, and he will win it. Oh, what a wild finish. The first and lead ET marble got stuck on the creature that he left on the track. That opened the door for Watto to get through. He struggled a little bit in the Gravedigger, but when he finally made his way to the top, he actually took 1 bounce and landed straight in the rocks, getting stuck himself. That opened the door for yet another ET marble who strategically goes wide of the creature, makes it pass, and finishes. We are tied at 1. Round 3, the marbles are on the course. The winner will advance to the quarterfinals to take on the winner of Blackbeard and Burns. Watto's out to an early lead. He's stuck in the meat grinder. That gives ET a chance to pass. He is making his way up the elevator and has a 10-length lead over 2 Watto marbles. ET, can he come back from 0-1 down to win it? He gets caught up a little bit on the wall, and now he is over. He has got 1 lap to go. It looks like Watto is still about 10 lengths behind. ET, he's coming down the stretch now. He's slowed way down. He gets bumped forward by Watto. That burst of speed from Watto was slowed down when he hit ET, and now it's all ET. ET is making his way up. He's got half a lap to go. It looks like the lead is down to 8 lengths. Here comes ET into the Gravedigger. Can he handle it? No, he is stopped on the course. Oh, but Watto bumped it forward, and now it's ET up top. Oh, ET's gonna win it. ET was stuck on the course. He was stopped dead. All Watto had to do was go by him, and he was gonna win it. But Watto comes crashing into ET. That put them both in the Gravedigger at the same time, and ET comes out just ahead of him, finishing first, and it will be ET winning it 2 rounds to 1. He will advance to the quarterfinals. Oh, Watto fans devastated as ET was dead to rights on the course, and Watto just simply could not avoid him. ET advances in the East region. He will take on the winner of Blackbeard and Mr. Burns. We have seen some wild changes of momentum, whether it's spinning off of turn 1, getting caught up in the mushrooms, handling the meat grinder, heading up the elevator, and even the Gravedigger tossing people all the way off the course or into the rocks. You never know what you're gonna see here at the Legona 500, but every bad bounce, every bad turn can result in elimination. If you want to follow along with all the action, hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. More racing headed your way soon. Thank you for being here today, and we will see you next time. What happens when the weight of an entire empire rests on your shoulders and you face food with nothing to lose? We're gonna find out today. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. Let's take a quick look at the bracket before today's matchup. The East region is set. You can go back and watch those videos, but we won't spoil the results here. Today, we are traveling to the South region, where top 4 seed Grand Moff Tarkin will take on the big underdog Peapod. And if you want to talk about pressure, imagine representing your team with Palpatine and Krennic watching on. And if that's not enough pressure for you, how about Vader and Dooku in the stands with you? Grand Moff Tarkin representing the entire Empire today as a heavy favorite. Can he hold off Peapod? It is time for round 1. Peapod in green on the left, Tarkin in black on the right. They are on the course. It's a best of 3. This is round 1. Tarkin is off to a lead, and now Peapod takes over. Peapod hits the carrot, slows him down. They both get through the meat grinder quickly. They are side by side heading up the elevator. Into the lava river they go, headed towards the gravedigger. Who handles it best? It looks like it is Tarkin by just a hair. Oh, Tarkin actually bumped Peapod, slowed her down, and the lead is 4 lengths going into this final lap. Tarkin can't handle turn 1 very well, and now it's Peapod who hits the mushroom, slows her down. We've got a one-on-one matchup. Who will take the 1-0 lead? They're both caught in the meat grinder now. Neither one can get through. Let's see, it's now Tarkin, followed by 2 Peapods. We've got half a lap to go. Tarkin, with that 4-length lead, heads down the lava river into the gravedigger. He's up top. Peapod can't get there, now does, but is just a hair late, and it is Tarkin, the heavy favorite, takes a 1-0 lead. I tell you what, this one was close the whole way, but look at this little strategic move by Team Tarkin. The lead Tarkin marble comes down the stretch, followed quickly by Peapod. Peapod was right on his heels. Now look at the second Tarkin marble come in, sacrifice himself by bumping Peapod, and that slowed Peapod way down. Ultimately, that was the difference in round 1. Tarkin will take a 1-0 lead into round number 2. To say the fate of the galaxy rests in the results of this race is probably overdoing it. This is only round 1, but you can see the crowd is on the edge of their seats. They love their vegetables, but it doesn't look good for Peapod now. Before we get to round 2, let's quickly review the bracket. This South region also has Big Bird and Fright Night in it. The winner of this Tarkin Peapod matchup will face the winner of Big Bird and Fright Night coming up next. The winner of that will head to the Final Four. We're ready for round number 2. Again, Peapod on the left in green. Tarkin, 1 win away in black. It is Peapod out to a little bit of a lead now. Tarkin takes over. Tarkin and Peapod back and forth. Oh, Tarkin, the heavy favorite, shoots through the meat grinder and gets to the elevator quickly. Now Peapod is on the elevator, but way behind. Tarkin to the Gravedigger, up on top quickly, slows down a little bit on the turn, but ultimately gets through lap number 1 with ease. It is all Tarkin right now. Oh, he spins into the corner. That slows him down a little bit. Will that give Peapod a chance to get back in it? We'll have to wait and see. We don't see Peapod anywhere on the screen now. It's all Tarkin. He's now caught up in the meat grinder, and here comes Peapod through. Peapod with now a 1-length lead. Can she even the score at 1? She's going to have to hustle down the lava river. Tarkin is so good in the Gravedigger. Up on top. Oh, it is all Tarkin. Tarkin across the finish line. He sweeps Peapod 2-0. Peapod gave it everything she had. She had a small lead on the lava river heading towards the Gravedigger. But Tarkin is in the top 4 seed for nothing. He gets into the Gravedigger, times it absolutely perfectly, gets launched to the top shelf before Peapod, and it was all she wrote. The Empire is going to be a tough out here all the way through this field of 16. If you are a vegetable fan, you are going to have to wait until next year. Congratulations to Star Wars Universe as the Empire and Grand Moff Tarkin advance in the South region to the Elite 8. He awaits the Big Bird Fright Night winner. They are up next. They will have their hands full with Grand Moff Tarkin. An absolutely dominant performance during qualifying, and now another dominant performance in the round of 16. The Empire proudly watches from the mothership as their marble Grand Moff Tarkin has advanced. I don't even know what it's going to take to beat Grand Moff Tarkin. If he's going to be that good in the Gravedigger, it will take a special performance to knock him out of this tournament. If you want to follow along with all the action at the Legona 500, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have lots of round 1 action still to come on this channel as we race towards the Legona Cup Final. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today. And all I can say now is, long live the Empire.
The race to the Legona Cup Championship heads down south today. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. We are headed to the South region today where Sesame Street's Big Bird will take on the CMF hopeful Fright Night. The winner of this matchup will take on the winner of Tarkin and Peapod, who have finished their matchup
but we won't spoil the results. You can go back and watch that video after this one. It's time for round one. We've got Fright Night in blue on the left, Big Bird on the right in yellow. They're off and rolling. This is a best of 3 matchup, and Fright Night is off to a fantastic start. He goes wide of the carrots, blasts straight through the meat grinder, and is on the elevator. Big Bird off to a little bit of a slow start, is 7 links behind. Here comes Fright Night down the lava river and into the Gravedigger. He's struggling in the Gravedigger. Can he find his way out? Big Bird's in there as well. Big Bird gets up first, but Fright Night takes a shortcut. He will finish lap 1 in the lead. Fright Night now, 1 lap to go. Can he go up 1-0? Bouncing off of the walls a little bit. He's past the mushrooms and in the lead. He's around turn 2 and the carrots with no problem at all. He goes straight through the meat grinder, and he's now half a lap from picking up a 1-0 lead. It looks like Big Bird has closed the lead a little bit, but it's going to be Fright Night first into the Gravedigger. He's struggling again. He goes high in the air, bounces off the rock, goes left, and ultimately picks up the round 1 win. Whoa! Fright Night was struggling a couple of times in the Gravedigger. Ultimately, he got launched way up into the air and may have gotten a little lucky as he bounced to the left off of this huge rock that could have very easily sent him off the course, but instead he got control, came across the finish line, and Fright Night leads 1-0. Big Bird now in a big hole. His hopes at a Legona Cup are dwindling. He's gonna have to win round 2. We are off and rolling again. Big Bird gets bumped by Fright Night, and Fright Night maintains the lead. Here comes Big Bird with a big burst of speed, but he hits the carrots, and he is not able to get through the meat grinder. Fright Night he's up on the elevator. He struggled with the Gravedigger in both laps in round 1. How will he handle the trip now? He drops in, goes high in the air. Now he's being tossed around, can't get out, and he's been thrown off the course. A second Fright Night marble gets through, but the lead marble may have lost time to Big Bird. Big Bird struggled getting across the line. He's now way behind. Fright Night is 1 lap away from advancing. He avoids the Big Bird marble that was dead on the course. Around turn 2 he comes, and he's stuck in the meat grinder. Here comes Big Bird now. He's stuck in the meat grinder. Big Bird's in a must-win situation. He now has the lead of 2 links over Fright Night with half a lap to go. Can Big Bird get through quickly? This Gravedigger has been tough on both competitors. Big Bird's up and through. Fright Night can't get through again. And Big Bird evens the score at 1. Fright Night is very clearly the faster marble, but he is really struggling in the obstacles. In particular, that Gravedigger has been brutal. Just a quick preview, take a look at that West region. Banana, Leia, Slimer, and Mr. T are coming soon. But for now, we've got a tiebreaker. Will Fright Night advance, or will it be Big Bird? We're 2 laps away from finding out. Fright Night coming around turn 2. He takes out a carrot, leaving it in his wake. Marbles struggling to get past the carrot. Now 2 Big Bird marbles are through. In fact, we've got 7 marbles on the elevator all at once. Fright Night about to drop into the Gravedigger. He finally handles it well, but so does Big Bird. Now Fright Night will take the lead of 7 links going into 1 final lap of round 3. Fright Night spins out a little bit on turn 1, slows down on the carrot bridge, and that gives Big Bird a chance to get back in it. Oh, Big Bird tried to split the carrots. That slowed him way down, but then he blasts right through the meat grinder. Now suddenly Big Bird is going to have a chance to win this thing. He's coming back from 0-1 down. He's even the score. Can he get through the Gravedigger? Oh no, he's stuck in the rocks. Now who's going to get out of the Gravedigger? It is Big Bird, and once again Fright Night cannot get out of the Gravedigger. Oh, the faster and superior racer was Fright Night all along, but he just couldn't handle the Gravedigger.
That storyline haunted Fright Night over and over. Look at this. That must be a dozen times that Fright Night gets tossed up and never gets out of the gravedigger. Big Bird was the slower racer, but much more consistent in the obstacles, and he will advance in the South region to the Elite Eight to take on the winner of Tarkin and Peepa. This West region is shaping up to be a tremendous battle. Banana has still never lost a race at the Legona 500. Meanwhile, Leia just snuck in. And on the other side of that bracket, Slimer and Mr. T will have an epic battle, no doubt. Who will reach the Legona 500 Final Four? We will find out in the near future. No doubt, being a fast marble is an advantage, but there's more to it than that. You've got to be able to handle the obstacles cleanly, and Big Bird demonstrated that brilliantly today. If you're having fun at the Legona 500, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining me today. Much more Legona 500 action coming your way in the near future. We will see you next time. It's not very often that someone with royal bloodlines is considered an underdog, but today, a princess takes on a juggernaut. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. Let's take a look at the bracket today. We are headed to the West region, where top seed Banana, who has not lost a single race in this entire event, takes on Princess Leia. She just barely squeaked into the field of 16, and today they will battle for a spot in the Elite Eight. We are ready for round one. Leia in white on the left, Banana in yellow on the right. They are on the course for this best of three matchup. Here comes Leia off to a good start. She goes into the meat grinder, gets hung up a little bit. These marbles are slow out of the gate. Now 3 banana marbles and a Leia are through. Banana makes his way up to the top, and he's down the lava river now. Here comes Banana into the gravedigger. He's caught up a little bit. Now Leia actually the first to get through, but Banana goes in for a quick pass. Now it's 2 bananas and 2 Leias approaching the top of the hill and the final lap. Banana comes through with 2 marbles. He has a commanding lead now. But here comes Leia, not far behind. Banana around turn 2. Oh, look at that bounce that Leia took off the carrot. She ricocheted with some speed, and now she has the lead. Can Leia pull a huge upset here? Banana's never lost a round during qualifying. Leia stuck in the gravedigger. Can she get up top? She does, and Leia is going to pull off the round 1 upset. Look at this ricochet. Banana had a big lead. Leia off the carrot. A big boost of acceleration straight through the meat grinder, and she goes on to take a 1-0 lead. Banana now, suddenly facing elimination. Leia gets off to a good start in round 2, but now she's really slowed through the carrot bridge. Here comes Banana. He's trying to make a move. He cuts inside of Leia. He's straight through the meat grinder. Oh, Leia gets stopped on the course, and that gives Banana a chance to make a move. He's half a length behind as they approach the lava river. Here comes Leia and Banana into the Gravedigger. Who's up top first? It's Leia. Oh, a Leia marble gets stuck. Here comes Banana. He's significantly behind. Leia's only 1 lap away from pulling a monumental upset. Oh, she falls off the course. Here comes Banana and Leia. Oh, now Leia explodes. She's caught up on the mushrooms. Can Leia pull this off? Here comes Banana. Oh, Banana steals her move. Did you see that? Banana explodes through turn 2, stealing Leia's move with the ricochet off the carrot. It's all Banana. Can he pull the round 2 win and even this thing? He's up on top. Leia's up as well, but she's too late, and Banana evens the score at 1. Look at Banana ricochet off the carrot, stealing the Princess Leia move. That gave him a huge lead. Oh, Leia's furious. She has fire in her eyes. She's so mad her hair isn't even smooth anymore. Regardless, we are tied at 1 going into round number 3. Banana and Leia, only one can advance in the West region. Now Leia's stuck in a mushroom, and that gives Banana a chance to pass. He tries to pull the Leia move again, but got hung up a little bit on the wall. Who's gonna get through the meat grinder first? It's Banana. Banana makes his way to the elevator. I don't see Leia in sight. Can she recover from the sheer rage of the Banana stealing her move? Banana's up top now, no sign of Leia. 1 lap to go. Banana makes his way to the slides. Can he get down them cleanly? He does. He bounces through, and he's headed towards the carrot bridge. He's a little slow over the bridge. Fatigue may be starting to play a role for Banana here. He comes and misses the carrots this time. He's through the meat grinder, no problem. He's half a lap away, but here comes Leia. 6 lengths. Banana's gonna have a chance to avoid the upset. Here he comes into the Gravedigger. He can't get up top. Now he's up top. Here comes Leia. Oh, Leia goes in for the pass, and she's gonna win it. Oh, it's a monumental upset. What a wild finish here at the Legona 500. Take another look. Banana gets to the top shelf first, but Leia, with some wild counterclockwise spin, lands and accelerates forward, blasts past the Banana marble, and picks up the round 3 win. Take one more look at the English that Leia plays on that second bounce there, accelerating her forward past the Banana marble, and this may be the biggest upset in Legona 500 history. Leia, overjoyed. She has fixed her hair. She is celebrating with the crowd. What a moment here at the track. So Banana, a favorite to get deep into this tournament, is eliminated, and Princess Leia advances in the West region. She will take on the winner of Mr. T and Slimer. They have their matchup up next. You're not gonna wanna miss a moment of that action. Princess Leia, a heavy underdog coming into today, finds a way in round 3, channeling that rage from Banana stealing her move, pulls off the late pass, and gets the victory. We have so much more action here at the Legona 500. If you're having fun, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We have more action coming from the West and North regions soon. My name is Ian Clutchpower. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. After a long wait, two American icons make their tournament debuts today.
Welcome everyone to the Legona 500.
My name is Ian Clutch Power. I will be your host today, and it is tournament time. Today, we have a fantastic matchup out in the West region. We have Slimer, responsible for many American nightmares and hot dog consumption, taking on American bad boy, Mr. T. Two icons from the 80s will battle for one spot in the Elite Eight. We are ready for round one action. Slimer in green on the left, Mr. T in red on the right. They are down the slides and on the course. It looks like it is a very tight battle. Now Slimer pulls ahead. Slimer into turn two, past the carrots with no trouble, gets caught up in the meat grinder a little bit, and that gives Mr. T a chance to get through. Look at all these marbles on the elevator at one time. Mr. T will be the first down the lava river and head into the Gravedigger. He's up top quickly. Now a second Mr. T along with a Slimer, and it is still close going into the final lap of round number one. Remember, this is a best of three matchup. Here comes T through the mushrooms with no problem at all, past the carrots and into the meat grinder. He gets bumped a little bit. Now the second one goes flying through. Mr. T in a dominant position now with 5-length lead going into the lava river. Can he get through the Gravedigger and take a 1-0 lead? Oh, he flies up the course. Mr. T, a dominant performance in round one. And look at this, the American bad boy is already celebrating. He's got a motorcycle parade going up the lava river. Mr. T, you've got to get some control of yourself. Now the fans are on the track. Mr. T, you are a role model. Oh no, we've got children on the course in this parade. This thing has already gotten completely out of control, and Mr. T only leads 1-0. Slimer now faces elimination as we start round two. Marbles are on the track, and here we go. Slimer out to a lead. Now Mr. T comes shooting forward. Oh, Mr. T gets caught up in the carrots, and that gives Slimer 3 marbles out to the lead. Slimer making his way up the elevator and down the lava river. Those carrots slowed T way down, and now it is all Slimer. I don't even see T on the course, and Slimer, looking to even this thing up, will come down the slide for the final lap. He's looking to even the score at 1. Over the mushrooms he goes. He's caught up a little bit. Maybe that gives T a chance to catch up. Slimer misses the carrots completely, misses the meat grinder completely, and he is cruising. Can he handle the Gravedigger and even this thing at 1? We're about to find out. Here he comes. Oh no, he's stuck. He's stuck. Oh, now he's got the Gravedigger stuck. What happens now? Slimer looking to even the score now. What in the world is going to happen now? Oh, here comes another Slimer marble. He bumps him forward. The Gravedigger restarts, and Slimer will get across the line. Slimer has tied things at 1. It looked like Mr. T was in a dominant position here on this opening lap, but look at him get caught up in the carrots. The American bad boy struggles with those carrots, even bumps them again, and those 3 Slimer marbles ultimately went on to get the round 2 win. Slimer evens the score at 1. Wait, what is happening now? We are hovering over lap number 2 here. Oh, Mr. T, get some control of yourself. Mr. T is so mad. He's enraged. He's got a chainsaw on the course. Those carrots, he thinks, cost him round number 2, and he's destroying the course. We need a cleanup crew before round 3, but they're on the course. What happens now? It's a winner-take-all round 3 Slimer. It looks like the carrots have returned. They grow quickly. Now Slimer with a big lead as he enters the lava river. It looks like T is about 8 laps behind. He's going to have to get some control of his emotions if he's going to have any chance to win this thing, because Slimer is in a good position. Now here comes the Mr. T. They are neck and neck entering the final lap. It'll be Slimer entering the slides just ahead, but T explodes off of turn 1 and he's got the lead. Can he avoid those carrots? This time he does. He enters the meat grinder and unfortunately is caught up in the meat grinder. Nobody can seem to get through. Now Mr. T gets through. He is chased quickly by Slimer, who's only 2 links back. Mr. T has been dominant and also poorly behaved. Can Slimer teach him a lesson? Here he comes into the Gravedigger. It's T up first, and it's going to be T across the line. Mr. T, American bad boy, is going to advance, but how did it happen? Mr. T was up first, making his way down the ramp. It looked like an easy win. Here comes Slimer to make a move, and oh my gosh, he collided with Mr. T in midair. It sent Slimer the wrong direction, and ultimately Mr. T wins the matchup 2-1 and will advance to the Elite 8 in the West region. What an absolute battle we had today. Slimer fans showed up in droves today. You can see all the Slimer fans. They are going home disappointed. But the story of the day is American bad boy Mr. T. He drove motorcycles on the course. He used chainsaws to destroy the obstacles. And yet no one was able to get him under control. No one was able to teach him a lesson. He will advance to the Elite 8. Can anybody beat Mr. T? Or will his dominance continue? This story isn't over as the tournament action is just beginning. If you want to follow along, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a moment of Legona 500 action. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you for North Region action coming up soon.
The defending champions are in the building, and they are ready to make a run at back-to-back championships. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am Ian Clutch Power. I will be your host today, and it is tournament time. Let's take a quick look at the bracket. We are now headed to the North region, where our defending champion Islanders will take on Jasmine in the opening round. Jasmine actually earned a top 3 seed during qualifying. She's no slouch in this event and may be a handful for the Islanders. But the Islander fans got here early. They have incredibly high expectations of their defending champion, and they have packed the stands and are ready to cheer on their brother. It's no easy task knocking off a defending champion. Jasmine will do her best, but it is going to be a tall task to knock out the home favorite. We are ready for round 1. Islanders on the left in yellow, Jasmine in copper on the right. We are headed down the opening stretch with Islanders in the lead. 2 Islander marbles go around turn 2. One gets caught up a little bit in the carrots, the other goes straight through the meat grinder and is now on the elevator. Jasmine 7 links behind as the Islander heads down the lava river, makes his way up the Gravedigger, no problem. He looks like a defending champion right away. He's through the first lap with no problem, on to the final lap of round 1, and Jasmine is nowhere in sight. The Islander spins up into the corner. That'll slow him down some. Here comes another Islander not far behind. They say rubbin's racing, but these two Islanders almost look like they're competing rather than teammates. They both get hung up in the meat grinder, and now it's Jasmine coming through. Suddenly, Jasmine has a chance to steal round 1 away from the Islanders. She's into the Gravedigger, straight up through, and she'll finish with the round 1 win. Islander fans totally stunned by what they just saw. They expected a runaway win from their defending champion, and a little turmoil within the ranks may have cost them. Look at them both now come through the meat grinder. The first Islander marble gets glanced to the side. Both of these Islander marbles ultimately get knocked backwards. Jasmine goes through perfectly cleanly and goes on to win round 1. Oh, the real story here is Islanders, are they going to be able to rally from 1 down here, or are the defending champions somehow going to get knocked out early of this tournament? We are on to round number 2. The marbles are on the course. Jasmine is 1 win away from advancing, but knocking out a defending champion is not an easy task. Here comes an Islander. Jasmine gets bounced backward, and the champ is back in the lead. He's got a 4-length lead over Jasmine with a few marbles chasing behind them. Here comes Islanders into the Gravedigger, struggling a little bit now, and it's Jasmine up first. Jasmine across the line. She's suddenly 1 lap away from a huge upset. Here comes Jasmine down the slide. She handles turn 1 well. She's headed over the carrot bridge now, bumps the mushrooms a little bit, but she's through. Now she's past the carrots and into the meat grinder. She gets through cleanly. Look out, here comes Jasmine. Suddenly, Islanders with a 6-length deficit is on the verge of elimination. Jasmine into the Gravedigger, can't get up. Now she does. Islanders goes in for the pass, but it's half a second late. And just like that, it's over. Jasmine pulls the upset. She's headed to the Elite 8, and our defending champion is gone. Look at the Islanders making 1 last-ditch effort here to get through, but not quite able to do it, and Jasmine sweeps the champs. What a moment for Disney fans everywhere. Jasmine representing all of Agrabah. Her hopes of hoisting a trophy remain, and Islander fans who packed for a long tournament run are suddenly sent home packing. I think everybody's happy for Jasmine, but everyone's just a little stunned. So it's Jasmine who advances to the Elite 8 here in the North region. She will take on the winner of King of the Dead and the Vampire Basis. They are the only Sweet 16 matchup remaining. If you missed any of the other Sweet 16 matchups, you can go back and watch those races now, but we won't spoil who won and advanced in the East, South, and West region. Jasmine may be the only one that's not surprised by this result. I know I'm completely stunned. I tell you what though, there may be a couple other people that aren't surprised as well. Take a look at 2 special spectators for this event. We have got Aladdin and the Genie in the crowd. They are thrilled for their friend and will no doubt be in attendance for the Elite 8 matchup coming up soon. The Islanders were worthy champions in the Castle Legona 500 season, and they managed to qualify for this event. But you can't take anything for granted because the tides can turn quickly. With this blink of an eye, the Islanders are gone. We will crown a new champion this year. You're not going to want to miss a minute of the action. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We are 1 matchup away from naming our Elite 8 and heading to some quarterfinal action. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today at the Legona 500. We will see you next time. When two scary monsters who also happen to be rivals get paired in the first round of the Legona 500 tournament, tensions inevitably will be high. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. We have only one spot left in the Elite Eight, and today we travel to the North region where King of the Dead will take on the Vampire Bassist in a best 2 out of 3 matchup. The winner will take on either Jasmine or the defending champion Islander. King of the Dead and Vampire Bassist have been long rivals. They don't like each other at all. And look at this, they've got a stare off before we ever get to round one. These two do not like each other at all. It's time for round one. On the left in green, we've got the King. On the right in black, we've got the Vampire. They are off and rolling. Vampire off to a nice little start, bounces off the carrot, gets a little push forward from the King, and she has the lead. She's on the elevator, headed toward the lava river. King, several links back. Let's see how she handles the Gravedigger. She's struggling a little bit, can't get up top, and it's actually the King that comes up first. He's followed quickly by a pair of Vampire Marbles and 2 more Kings after that. Lap 1 didn't separate them by much, and it's anybody's game with 1 lap to go. They're side by side, and now Vampire gets slightly ahead through the mushrooms, misses the carrots into the Gravedigger, and she's through just barely. Lost a ton of speed, and Vampire making a little push. King with 2 marbles not far behind. How will the Vampire handle the Gravedigger? Can she take a 1-0 lead? She's struggling, she's up on top. Here comes the King, but not in time. It is going to be Vampire. She's going to cross the line and take a 1-0 lead. Vampire was first and managed to get just enough momentum moving forward. It looked like King came up and tried to bump her, but was just a hair too late. And Vampire finds herself 1 win away from the quarterfinals. Heated rivalries like this mean more than just advancing in a tournament. They mean bragging rights, and you can see Vampire is letting the King have it after her round 1 win. Let's see if King of the Dead can rally here in round number 2. They are headed down the slides and onto the course. Vampire and King side by side really struggle over the carrots. Now they're through and picking up speed as they head towards the meat grinder. Neither one can get through, and all sorts of marbles are caught up. Now we've got 1 from each team through, and it looks like the King has the lead as he approaches the top of the hill. Down the lava river he comes and in towards the Gravedigger, struggling mightily, and Vampire's up on top. She's gonna have the lead after 1 lap, and she is now 1 win away from bragging rights and a trip to the Elite Eight. She spins off of turn 1, loses a little speed, now hits the wall and slows way down. Here come 2 King marbles after her, but now she accelerates and pulls away. Let's see how she handles the meat grinder. She can't handle it, and King now has the lead.
King up to the final stretch, trying to force a third and tie-breaking round. He's into the Gravedigger, up on top, a little bit slow. I thought he was gonna get stuck, but he frees himself, and now he is across the line. It really looked like Vampire was in control of this thing. She had 2 marbles ready to go through the meat grinder. Neither one could find their way through. King smoothly through and goes on to force round number 3. Oh, they are now at the finish line, chest to chest in each other's faces. This is what rivalries do. Things are hot and heated on the track as we go to the tie-breaking round number 3. 1 marble goes on to the Elite 8. The other is done for this year. It looks like King is out to a small lead. He gets through the meat grinder and he is headed towards the elevator. Looks like now it's 2 King marbles and 2 Vampire marbles. All 4 coming into the Gravedigger. Who's gonna get up first? Oh, Vampire got up very smoothly through and she's through round 1. She'll head up the elevator and into the final lap with the advantage. An excellent turn 1 has her headed through, but now she's bouncing off of the fences, slowed way down. She goes past a dead King marble on the track, and she's headed into the meat grinder. Oh, she's getting caught up in the meat grinder, and now it's King of the Dead through. King of the Dead's gonna have a chance to win this thing. He's at the top of the elevator, headed down the lava river. How will he handle the Gravedigger? He gets tossed all the way off the course. He went backwards. And now they're all in the Gravedigger. Who's gonna come out first? Here comes 2 Vampires and a King, and it's Vampire. Vampire gets across the line first and wins it. Oh, this King marble was in once. It looked like that was the moment, but went to the side a little bit, get caught in the wrong side of the shovels and got tossed all the way off the course. Devastating news for King of the Dead and Lord of the Rings fans. But the Vampire bassist, she will play her sweet music all the way into the Elite 8 after a dramatic finish in the Gravedigger. The old saying that it's not over till it's over is so true when that Gravedigger looms there at the end of this racetrack. Congratulations to the Vampire bassist. She advances in the North region and will take on the winner of Jasmine and Islander. That matchup has already been played out. We won't spoil it here, but you can go back and watch that video now to find out who will take on the Vampire bassist. In fact, now our entire Elite 8 field is set. The East, South, West, and North regions are complete, and we will have Elite 8 action coming to you soon. It looks like the Vampire bassist has hitched a ride and is celebrating with the Nightmare King. We are one step closer to a Legona 500 champion. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today. Make sure you clear your calendars because Elite 8 action is coming up next. We will see you next time. After a grueling week of qualifying and a trying opening round of the tournament, we have reached the Elite 8. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. We are about to reveal the Elite 8, but spoiler alert, if you don't want to know, you better stop this video now and go back and watch the other videos.
In the East region, Blackbeard and E.T. advanced. In the South region, Tarkin and Big Bird. Out west, it was Leia and Mr. T. And in the North, it was Jasmine and the Vampire Bassist. Today, we head out east and crown our East champion. We're looking at Blackbeard and E.T. Blackbeard has dominated this competition so far. He's on the left in black, E.T. on the right in copper. This is round one of a best of three, and Blackbeard off to another stellar start. He's got 2 marbles heading around turn 2. Now it's 3 marbles. He gets right through the meat grinder and is up on the elevator. No sign of E.T. whatsoever. Blackbeard has absolutely dominated during qualification and round 1. He is through the first lap with no problem at all. He makes his way up to the slides, down and into turn 1, handles it no problem. This is as dominant a performance as we were expecting from our overall number 1 seed. He misses the carrots, gets caught up a little bit in the meat grinder. Will we see E.T. at all? Where is E.T.? We can't find him. Blackbeard finds his way through the meat grinder. He is into turn 3 and he is on the elevator. We have not seen E.T. at all. Did Blackbeard bully him off the course? Is E.T. not ready for this competition? Blackbeard is up on the course. He is through and he will take a 1-0 lead. Look at this, a third Blackbeard marble comes through. We still haven't seen E.T. Everyone has to be wondering at what point is somebody going to put up some competition for Blackbeard. This is just a wild, dominant performance like we have not seen at the Legona 500. Round 2, will we finally see E.T. make an appearance? He is now at least on the screen and he falls off the screen again. It's Blackbeard now, making his way through the meat grinder and up to the elevator. We finally see E.T. make his appearance. He's about 8 links back as Blackbeard makes his way down the lava river and into the gravedigger. He can't find his way out. Oh, did you see that? E.T. E.T. just pushed Blackbeard into the rocks. That got Blackbeard stuck in the rocks and suddenly it's all E.T. Can E.T. find a way to beat this dominant force and even the score at 1? E.T. around turn 2 and into the meat grinder. He's straight through. No sign of Blackbeard. Here comes E.T. up the elevator and into the lava river. He is making his way down. How will he handle the gravedigger? It looks like that Blackbeard marble is still stuck in the rocks. E.T. is up top, crosses the line, and we're tied at 1. The question is this the moment that someone finally stands up to Blackbeard? After a complete no-show in round 1 and most of the first lap in round 2, E.T. finally gets frustrated with Blackbeard, comes flying up, jams Blackbeard into the rocks, pinning him and getting him stuck, finishing off the second lap with no problems at all, and suddenly we are tied at 1. And now suddenly the question is, can Blackbeard handle a little adversity? E.T. giving him some trouble, and Blackbeard is enraged. Look at Blackbeard screaming at that marble getting stuck in the course. Blackbeard is completely out of control. He's got to get some control of himself. Now he doesn't even have a 4th marble. You don't think Blackbeard left that marble in the rocks out of sheer rage, do you? We're in a tie-breaking round 3. E.T. is off to a fantastic start around turn 2. He gets caught up in the meat grinder and Blackbeard ekes his way through. He's got very little speed, but it is 2 Blackbeard marbles and now 2 E.T. marbles, all making their way up the elevator and into the lava river. And look at this, Blackbeard did leave that marble in the rocks. Oh, he is completely unhinged right now, but he still has the lead with 1 lap to go. Can Blackbeard find a way to advance with only 3 marbles on the track? He gets stuck a little bit around turn 1. That gives E.T. the advantage. E.T. is caught up in the meat grinder, but he's through now, and Blackbeard goes in for the pass when E.T. lost all his speed. We are neck and neck with half a lap to go. Only one of them can represent the East in the Final Four. ET's up top. He has passed Blackbeard and won it. He has pulled a huge upset. And ET, take a look at this burst of speed from ET coming off the lava river. Blackbeard was first off, but ET went right by him, entered the Gravedigger, got up top first, and ET wins it. Oh, as dominant as Blackbeard was, ultimately his undoing was his temper. Who knows how this would have ended if he had had 4 marbles on the course? But ultimately, it is ET advancing to the Final Four. He will represent the Eastern region, and his hopes for a Legona 500 Championship Cup remain. Congratulations to all you 80s fans out there. ET has found a way to keep the hopes and dreams alive. And now look at this, he's crowd surfing through the crowd. ET representing 80s babies everywhere and knocking off one of the biggest bullies in Legona 500 history. We still have 3 marbles that need to qualify for the Final Four. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Today, a marble with aspirations to control the entire galaxy takes on a big challenge. In fact, maybe the biggest challenge to date. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. Today, we find out who will represent the South region in the Final Four. We have Grand Moff Tarkin taking on Big Bird. Grand Moff Tarkin got to the South Regional Final by defeating Peapod, while Big Bird got here by defeating Fright Night. This should be an outstanding battle between 2 competitors who have been stellar throughout qualification and the opening round. And take a look at this, the Empire having a little group meeting before this opening round. They are strategizing on how to handle this Gravedigger, an obstacle that has broken a lot of hearts through this tournament so far. Here we go, round 1. Big Bird on the left in yellow, Tarkin on the right in black. Best 2 out of 3, and we are rolling. Tarkin out to an early lead. He gets past turn 2 and into the meat grinder. He's past the grinder. Here comes Big Bird with 2 marbles. The 3 of them climb the hill, and they are headed down the lava river now. Tarkin will be the first to attempt the Gravedigger. He gets through, no problem at all, followed by Big Bird. It will be Tarkin by about 8 lengths as he starts the final lap. Tarkin spins off of turn 1, heads past the mushrooms with no problem at all. Tarkin has been so good in this tournament so far. He's a heavy favorite here today. Tarkin makes his way to the elevator with no Big Bird in sight. It looks like Tarkin is going to take this opening round. Oh, Tarkin's been tossed off the course. Tarkin couldn't handle the Gravedigger, and Big Bird now, he's up on top. He's going to get the round 1 win. Oh, even after all that strategizing before the first round started, Tarkin gets tossed off the course over the side wall, gets eliminated. That opened the door for Big Bird to take round one. Oh, I tell you what you don't want to do is fail the Empire. Talk about having 1 foot in the grave. Tarkin is now literally 1 foot from the Gravedigger. The Empire is furious with him. Tarkin's gonna have to now come back from 1 down and win 2 rounds in a row if he wants to hold on hopes of getting to the final 4. But it's Big Bird getting off to an excellent start in round 2. Big Bird goes straight through the meat grinder and heads to the elevator. In fact, now it's 2 Big Bird marbles. Tarkin must be traumatized. He's nowhere in sight. Here comes Big Bird. He is struggling in the Gravedigger now. He's up on top with another Big Bird marble. Tarkin finally has one not far behind. Big Bird is 1 lap away from advancing to the final 4. He makes his way slowly over the carrot bridge, giving Tarkin a chance to pass. Big Bird not far behind, but he's going to have to make up some ground. A big burst through the meat grinder actually gives Big Bird the lead. Big Bird's going to be the first to enter the Gravedigger with a chance to win it. Oh, he gets hung up and he can't get through. Now he gets caught up in the rocks. Tarkin goes in for the pass and he wins round 2. Oh, Big Bird. He got up top first. That was going to be all she wrote. Big Bird was going to advance, but he got stuck in the rocks. That gave Tarkin a chance to go by him, finish it off, and he will take the round 2 win. We are suddenly even at 1 with a spot in the final 4 on the line. We are on the course for the deciding 3rd round. Tarkin has a little bit of a lead, but Big Bird with a burst of speed takes over. Tarkin bumps him, giving Big Bird even a bigger lead now. Big Bird heading up the elevator towards the lava river. He will make his way down towards the Gravedigger. Can he find his way through cleanly? That is as clean as it gets, and Big Bird has a huge lead with 1 lap to go. Big Bird looking to finish off the entire Empire. Oh, he spins up into turn 1, really slowing him down. That's got to give Tarkin a chance to get back in it. Oh, now Big Bird hits a dead mushroom, and that gives Tarkin a chance to go by him. Oh, Tarkin hits a carrot, and now he's stopped on the course. Now a second Tarkin marble gets through, followed by Big Bird. Oh, this has been a wild 3rd race. Tarkin, down the lava river he comes, and he's into the Gravedigger along with Big Bird, and they're both tossed off the course. Are there any other marbles alive? Here comes the Tarkin and a Big Bird. Who's gonna do it? Tarkin is there. Big Bird. Oh, it's Tarkin up top first. Big Bird follows, but it's Tarkin. Tarkin gets across the line. Oh my gosh, that is as good a 3rd race as we have seen in this entire event. Both marbles in the Gravedigger with a chance to win it. They both get tossed off the course. You can see Big Bird goes flying backwards. At that point, we're looking for any other marbles still alive. You can see they each had one still alive, both coming into the Gravedigger. Tarkin just happened to get to the top first, and the Empire will survive and advance to the final 4. Big Bird gave it everything he had, but when you're taking on an Empire, you cannot make a mistake, and Big Bird made one too many. Congratulations to Grand Moff Tarkin, who survives the South region, and he will head to the final 4. His next opponent will be the winner of Blackbeard and E.T. Their race is already over. We won't spoil the results here. You can go back and watch that video now. Up next is the West region, where Princess Leia will take on Mr. T to try to earn the West spot in the final 4. No lead is safe here at the Legona 500. Wild lead changes are plentiful with these obstacles claiming the hopes and dreams of many marbles. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Stay tuned as West action is up next. We will see you next time. We've got an unstoppable force that hasn't flinched this entire season. And a feisty princess who has already pulled the biggest upset of the tournament so far. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. With a trip to the Final Four on the line, oh, do we have a matchup for you today. We are headed out west, where Princess Leia, who already upset the number 2 overall seed Banana, will take on the ultimate force, Mr. T. He's a wild man who doesn't follow the rules and yet is one win away from the Final Four. We are ready for round 1. Leia on the left in white, T on the right in red. They're on the course for this best of 3 matchup. Leia gets bumped by T already, and T's around turn 2 quickly through the meat grinder, and he's already on the elevator. Leia is significantly behind after half a lap. Mr. T looking to jump out to a 1-0 lead. He's into the Gravedigger, but Leia beats him up. Now T goes in for the pass, and Leia passes him back. Oh, we've got a wild start to this one. It looks like Leia will take a 2-length lead into this final lap. Leia gets bumped around the carrot bridge a little bit, stumbles through the mushrooms, that slows her down. T goes in for the pass, but bumps her forward. Now Leia's caught a little bit in the meat grinder, as is T. They're both gonna go to the elevator. Leia takes a tumble backwards. Mr. T coming down the lava river. How does he handle the Gravedigger? He can't get up. Leia's tossed off the course. So is T. Here comes a second Leia marble. She's up top. T is there, but it's Leia. Leia comes through. Oh, what a dramatic finish we had. Leia actually got to the top shelf first, but I thought she was gonna get stuck right here. She came to nearly a stop, but she had just enough momentum to get going again downhill, and she crosses the line just ahead of Mr. T. She takes a 1-0 lead. Oh, Leia, having already pulled the upset over Banana, now suddenly earning that nickname Giant Killer. She is only 1 round win away from the Final Four and pulling 2 huge upsets. Now Mr. T wants sweet revenge. He goes wide of the mushrooms, but Leia gets some burst of speed. Now it's T going through. He's into turn 3 and on the elevator with a significant lead over Leia. How will T handle the Gravedigger? He's making his way towards it now. He's up on top, and he has a very large lead. Leia goes backwards a little bit off that final turn. She is way behind heading into this final lap. T spins into the corner. That turn 1 can always cause problems, and now here comes Leia. She's making up ground. Could she win round 2 and go on to the Final Four? Leia around turn 3. She's got a lead. She is 6 lengths ahead into this final stretch. Here comes Leia into the Gravedigger. Oh no! She got up first and she got stuck on the rock. Oh, Leia was 1 bounce away from winning it, and she got stuck on the rock. Oh, what a bad break for Leia. Mr. T takes advantage and wins round number 2. We are even at 1, and we are gonna go to round number 3. This is a winner take all here. The winner goes to the Final Four. The loser watches it home. Mr. T off to a great start. He approaches turn 2 and once again gets hit by those carrots. Those nearly cost him the round of 4, but he still maintains the lead. Leia, 7 lengths behind, headed into the lava river. Let's see how Mr. T handles the Gravedigger. He can't get through a couple of times. Now he's up on top, chased by Leia quickly. We're just 1 lap away from finding out who goes to the Final Four. It'll be T taking the advantage. He's around turn 1 smoothly. He's headed for the carrot bridge. He's through no problem, past the mushrooms, and T has a huge advantage. Here he comes into the meat grinder. He is through. T is just half a lap from advancing to the Final Four. There's no sign of Leia. If T handles the Gravedigger, he's gonna go on to the Final Four. Here he comes. T goes backwards. Oh, he's now stuck on the track. He landed back on the track, but he's stopped dead. Who's gonna come up through? We don't see anybody else on the track. Here comes one of each. Leia just ahead of T. T's up first. T's gonna win it. No, Leia passed him. Leia bumped him off the rock and Leia wins it. I can't believe it. I can't believe what I just saw. T was up first. He was on his way to win it. And with one last ditch effort, Leia comes flying up. She bounces off the rocks, pushes T out of the way, takes the lead, and wins it. What a remarkable finish to this West Regional Final. Let's take one last look at it. Mr. T smoothly to the top shelf. Leia can't get up there. It took T a little bit of time to get some momentum, and that gave Leia just enough time for one more pass. She hit the rock, pushed T out of the way, and Leia wins it. Leia just barely qualified for this tournament, and suddenly she knocks off Banana in the first round and now knocks off Mr. T in the second round. And Princess Leia will be the West representative in the Final Four. She will take on the winner of the North Regional Final. That matchup is Jasmine and the Vampire Bassist. The East and South representatives have both been decided, but we won't spoil the results of those here. You can go back and watch that action to find out who else will be in the Final Four of this Dreamzzz version of the Legona 500. There's still so much action left before we crown a Legona 500 champion. You don't want to miss a minute of this action. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. There's only one spot left in the Final Four. Who will keep their championship aspirations alive? We will find out today. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. Let's take a look at the bracket. We are headed to the North region today, where Jasmine, having beaten the defending champion Islander, will take on the Vampire Bassist, who in round one knocked off the King of the Dead. The winner of this matchup heads to the Final Four and has their championship aspirations remain. We are ready for round one with Jasmine on the left in copper, the Bassist on the right in black. Best 2 out of 3 goes to the Final Four. It looks like Jasmine's out to an early lead. She goes wide of the carrots, goes past the meat grinder, and she's on the elevator. No sign of the Vampire Bassist right now. Jasmine headed down the lava river and into the Gravedigger. She struggles a few times, finally bounces around the rocks, and she is on her way for lap number 2. Vampire made up some ground. Let's see if she can make a move now early in lap number 2. Jasmine goes around the mushrooms again, bounces a little off the wall. That's going to slow her down. She hits the carrots and slows her down even more. Now she's caught up in the meat grinder. Who's going to make their way through? Now both teams are caught up in the meat grinder. Can anybody find their way out? Both just barely get their way out. And now look at all of these marbles. Oh, we're going to have a serious finish here. Jasmine and Vampire coming into the Gravedigger. Who's going to take the 1-0 lead? Marbles flying everywhere. Here's 2 Jasmine marbles up on top and across. It is Jasmine taking a 1-0 lead. Oh, that one could have gone either way, but ultimately it was Jasmine picking up the 1-0 lead. Looks like she's got a little support system in the crowd. Good to see Aladdin and Genie cheering her on. Oh my. Oh, look at the vampire crowd. They have completely surrounded Genie and Aladdin. What a terrifying sight. You never know what crazy fans are going to show up, and the vampire bassist has a literal army of bat lords. Not only are they cheering on the vampire bassist, but they are intimidating Genie and Aladdin by completely surrounding them in the stands. Let's see if the crowd can help vampire bassist make a move and even this score at 1. We are on the slides for round number 2. 4 marbles across the carrot bridge, and the vampire now has 2 marbles out front. One bounces off a carrot, one gets caught up in the meat grinder, the other one is through, no problem. Here comes another vampire, and she's got 2 marbles on the elevator. Let's see how she handles the gravedigger. Struggling a little bit to get up, now is up on top. Here's a second vampire. She is in complete control here as we go into the final lap. Coming off of turn 1, oh no, she spins up in the corner. That slows her way down. Can Jasmine capitalize? Now they're into their mushrooms. Just off the mushrooms, but it's still 2 vampires. Bouncing around in the carrots a little bit, but through the meat grinder, this one appears to be all vampire. No sign of Jasmine anywhere. It looks like vampire will even the score at 1 here. Can it get up top? The first one is stuck. Here comes Jasmine. They're side by side. Oh, vampire passed her on the last turn. Did you see that? They were neck and neck. The first marble got stuck in the rocks. The second vampire got up top. Jasmine bounces up there. They bump a little bit. They are side by side, rolling down. Jasmine with a little burst of speed, but had the outside lane. Vampire cuts her off and ultimately takes the round 2 win. We are even at 1 apiece as we go on to a tie-breaking round number 3. The winner will head to the final 4. So much at stake here as we roll with round number 3. Jasmine out to an early lead with a pair of marbles. One gets hung up on the carrots. Now the other is hung up in the meat grinder. They both get a marble through. It looks like Vampire is 2 links behind. They come down the lava river towards the gravedigger. How will Jasmine handle it? She's up and through. Vampire struggling a little bit. She's going to be significantly behind. Jasmine 1 lap away from heading to the final 4. She gets past turn number 1. She blasts past the mushrooms. How will she handle the carrots? Oh, a little bit of a bump, but not bad. She gets denied by the meat grinder. Who's going to get through first? Jasmine shoots through. Oh, this thing looks like it's all Jasmine now. Jasmine to the top, coming down the lava river with a chance to advance. She drops into the gravedigger, can't get through. Now there's vampire marbles in there. Who's going to get out first? Jasmine's out first. Here comes vampire, but it's not enough. Jasmine is going to defeat vampire in a very close battle. You could see vampire come out of the gravedigger just behind Jasmine. Tried to bump her out of the way, but was just a fraction of a second late. Vampire, with a fantastic tournament, goes home disappointed, and Jasmine will represent the North region. She is headed to the Final 4. The field has been dwindled from 32 down to 4 teams. Spoiler alert, we're about to reveal the other Final 4. If you don't want to know, stop this video right now. Out of the East region, the Blackbeard and ET matchup ultimately went to ET. In the South region, the Tarkin and Big Bird matchup was outstanding, but ultimately it was Tarkin advancing to the Final 4. He will take on ET for a spot in the final. And in the West region, Mr. T was defeated by Leia. She advances in the West. She will battle Jasmine for a spot in the championship. that is actually a rematch from the Royal Bloodlines qualifying group. It's going to be fun to see if any of the Royal Bloodlines turn into Bad Blood with a spot in the finals on the line. It has been a fantastic Legona 500 Dreamzzz edition so far. If you want to catch the Final Four action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Will the reign of Imperial terror continue? Or will an extraterrestrial lead the rebellion that defeats the Empire? We will find out next. It is a spectacular 70 degrees in the basement. There isn't a drop of rain in the forecast, and we have reached the Final Four. Welcome, everyone, to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. It has been a long journey, but we have reached the Final Four. Today, the East champion, ET, will take on the South region champion, Grand Moff Tarkin. The winner will head to the finals and roll for the championship crown. The stakes have increased, and so have the rules. The Final Four will be best 3 out of 5, and we are ready for action. We have ET on the left in copper, Tarkin on the right in black, and they are off and rolling. Tarkin off to an early lead, straight past the mushrooms, no problem with turn 2. He gets hung up now in the meat grinder, and oh, we have got a situation already with Tarkin. That looks like ET has shot straight through. He's got 2 marbles in the lead now as he heads down the lava river and towards the Gravedigger. Oh, ET did not handle the Gravedigger well. Now he's up on top. He is through the zigzag, and he will take the lead into the final lap. Looks like Tarkin is about 9 lengths behind. ET with a brilliant turn 1, but now he's hung up on the fences. He comes across. Oh no, he got hung up on the Carrot Bridge. ET is stopped on the course. Here comes another ET. Now he's hung up on the course. A third ET marble finally gets through, but Tarkin's now back in it. ET gets hung up on the wall. We are dead even. ET and Tarkin both blast through turn 3. It'll be ET with a length lead over Tarkin coming into the Gravedigger, who takes round 1. They're hung up. It is Tarkin up top first, and Tarkin will take the 1-0 lead. Oh, ET knocked one of his own stranded marbles down the course and got hung up on the Carrot Bridge. A second ET marble also hung up. ET is going to have to handle the Carrot Bridge better than that if he hopes to even this match at 1. We are off with round number 2. Here comes ET flying down the course. He looks like a terrestrial possessed right now. Oh, he takes a terrible bounce off the meat grinder, and that gives Tarkin the lead. Tarkin is on the elevator. There's no sign of ET. Tarkin down the lava river towards the Gravedigger. He's up, no problem. He has a commanding lead. He is headed up the elevator for the final lap. Tarkin in full command right now, trying to take a 2-0 lead. He handles turn 1, no problem, and now a mushroom's got him. Oh, the mushroom for the first time all tournament has trapped a marble, and Tarkin now trapped. He's free as ET bumped him. We've got 4 marbles coming around turn 2. ET around turn 3. Everybody else hung up in the meat grinder. Can ET handle the Gravedigger and even this match at 1? It was a little dangerous freeing Tarkin, but it looks like ET will get through and even this match at 1. I didn't like the strategy of freeing Tarkin, but ultimately ET knows what he's doing on this racetrack. And suddenly, we are tied at 1. The marbles are on the slide for round number 3 and through turn 1, no problem. Tarkin out to a lead and being chased quickly, now passed by ET. A big group of marbles enter the meat grinder and they're all hung up. Now they're free, but they're slow out of the meat grinder. It looks like ET will take a 1-length lead over Tarkin. Down the lava river they come, and Tarkin takes the lead. He can't get up top. ET does. Tarkin got a marble wedged in the rocks there. ET will take an 8-length lead over Tarkin as we head into turn 1. ET struggling a little bit, but he's through. Now he's past the mushrooms with a big lead now. Around turn 2, can he handle the meat grinder? No, he's hung up in the meat grinder. Here comes Tarkin. Tarkin can't handle it either. 2 marbles, now 3 marbles, 4 marbles stuck in the meat grinder. Everybody's stuck. Who's going to emerge and take a 2-1 lead? ET fighting his way through, can't get through. Oh, ET finally fights his way through, but he's so slow, and Tarkin passes. Tarkin now with a 3-length lead, coming down the stretch. Oh, Tarkin falls off the course. ET into the Gravedigger. Can he get up top? He does. He is going to win round 3. Oh, I can't believe it. Tarkin had this thing won. He was the first off the elevator, and he just beeline straight off of the top of the volcano. That gave ET the lead, and he went on to finish round 3. Now ET is only 1 round away from advancing to the final. This is round 4. ET around turn 2 bumps the carrot, and now Tarkin bounces back. He's through and on the elevator. Tarkin with his back against the wall now. He's got to win 2 in a row if he's going to advance. Oh, Tarkin gets thrown off of the course. Now ET is thrown off the course, although 2 ET marbles survive now. 2 ET marbles are 1 lap away. It looks like this thing is all ET, and a Tarkin marble has already been eliminated. Oh, we've got 2 more dead Tarkin marbles on the course. That means there's only 1 live Tarkin marble. ET is in a commanding position. He's through the meat grinder, no problem. ET is half a lap away from the final. ET down the lava river. Oh, he's really slow on the lava river, and he can't even make it into the graveyard. Who's going to come up behind him? Here comes the lone Tarkin marble. Can Tarkin get up top? He can't find his way. Now he does, and Tarkin is saved by the 1 live marble that he had. Look at this, 2 dead Tarkin marbles on the course. Oh, and then ET was going to win it, but got bumped backwards. And we're tied at 2. We have 1 round to go to find out who will play for the Legona Championship. This is round 5. Tarkin out to a big lead. He's caught up in the meat grinder, but another Tarkin marble is through. He's on the elevator. What a monstrous comeback this would be for the Empire if Tarkin can win 2 in a row and find his way to the title match. Tarkin is through lap number 1 with the lead. Where's ET? We don't see him anywhere. The Empire is in full control once again. Tarkin, a little hung up on turn 1, slows him down. If there are any ET marbles, now's the time. Tarkin around turn 2. He's cruising through this whole thing. Oh, he goes all the way backwards. Here comes another Tarkin marble. The first Tarkin marble is through. He's half a lap from advancing to the final. Tarkin down the lava river and into the Gravedigger he comes. Tarkin can't get up top. Oh, he's been thrown off the course. Who's coming next? Another Tarkin marble. Here comes Tarkin. Can he get up top? Tarkin cannot get up top. Who's going to make it up top? Tarkin. Oh, it's an ET! 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 How in the world did that happen? Tarkin, first marble tossed off the course. Second marble over and over again in the Gravedigger, could not find his way up. And did you see that? The Tarkin marble actually bumped ET over the fence, and ET wins it. We need to see that one more time. What a wild finish here at the Legona 500. Let's take one more look. Tarkin, after multiple efforts to get up top, finally gave ET a chance to get up, but on ET's first pass, you're gonna see him hit the wall and bounce back in, but the Tarkin marble comes up and bumps ET over the line, and Tarkin hands ET the win with a huge mistake. What an unbelievable finish to our Final Four matchup. ET finally puts a stop to the Imperial Terror. And oh no, Tarkin has failed the Empire for the last time as the Emperor and his crew are letting Tarkin have it. What a wild opening battle in our Final Four matchup. Congratulations to ET. He will race for the championship cup here at the Legona 500. He will take on the winner of our royalty matchup. Out of the West region, it is Princess Leia, and out of the North region, it is Princess Jasmine. They are up next. And look at this, ET celebrating in only the way that he can. He is teaching the Dreamlings about Reese's Pieces. ET, very excited to have a chance to hoist the trophy. We are one step closer to finding out who our Legona 500 champion will be. If you don't want to miss a minute of the action, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next time. Is it royal blood or bad blood? Either way, we've got a rematch with a spot in the finals on the line. Who advances? We'll find out next. Some princesses are raised with dreams of crowns and fancy clothes, but today we've got two princesses who dreamed of speed and adrenaline. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. I am your host, Ian Clutch Power, and it is tournament time. It has been a long and brutal Legona season so far. Leia and Jasmine both managed to qualify from the Royal Bloodline group. Leia finding her way to the Final Four by upsetting Banana in the first round and then upsetting Mr. T in the quarterfinal. Jasmine, on the other hand, was a top seed. She knocked off the defending champion Islander and then the vampire bassist. Today, they go head-to-head with a spot in the final on the line. Here we go with Leia on the left in white, Jasmine in copper on the right. This is round one, best out of 5, and Jasmine's out to a quick lead. Leia bumps her off course, takes the lead, and now Leia has 2 marbles. They're both stuck in the meat grinder, and that gives Jasmine a chance to go by. Jasmine has a significant lead now with a trailing Jasmine marble not far behind. Here comes Jasmine to the Gravedigger. She's up on top quickly, and she is through, followed by another Jasmine marble. Jasmine, a heavy favorite to beat Leia, is off to a good start. And look at this Jasmine using a little teamwork. The second Jasmine marble came off of the slide with a huge burst of speed and knocked the lead Jasmine marble forward. Now it's all lead Jasmine marble as she looks to go up 1-0. She's headed down the lava river and into the grave digger. She's up on top quickly, no sign of Leia, and Jasmine with some brilliant teamwork goes up 1-0. Take a look at this collision, perfectly timed, and Jasmine showing why she is a top seed in this tournament now leads 1-0. Leia with some work to do to even the score. She's off to a good lead here in round number 2. She gets past the mushrooms with no problem at all, headed to turn 2 and breezes through. She's a little slow through the meat grinder, and that gives Jasmine the lead. Jasmine chased by 2 Leia marbles. Here comes Jasmine down the lava river. How will she handle the grave digger? She's struggling a little bit. Now she's up on top, still chased by 2 Leia marbles. Can these Leia marbles chase down Jasmine and even the score at 1? There's only 1 lap to go. Jasmine a little slow on turn 1, and that gives Leia the lead. Leia through the mushrooms, headed towards turn 2, misses the carrots. She's caught up in the meat grinder now. Here comes Jasmine. She's caught up in the meat grinder, and oh, Leia bumps her forward. Leia with a huge mistake. Jasmine was caught in the meat grinder, and Leia pushed her out of it. Here comes Jasmine into the gravedigger. She's up on top, and Jasmine now leads 2-0. Oh, Leia with a monstrous strategic mistake. She had a second marble coming in, but instead of going straight through, bumps Jasmine straight through all the teeth, and that was all Jasmine needed to finish off round 2. Now Leia's in a huge hole as we enter round 3. This is must-win territory for Leia. Jasmine could finish off a sweep and go to the final. We've got 4 marbles side by side, all get through turn 2. We've got 1 of each that got right through the meat grinder, and they are headed up the elevator now. Jasmine down the lava river. She's looking to sweep this thing. Can she get up top? She's up top. She's now chased again by 2 Leia marbles. Last time this didn't go well for Leia, but she's in a must-win now. Jasmine headed straight over turn 1 with no problems at all. She's headed towards the mushroom. She's cruising. This looks like Jasmine may finish the sweep. Oh, she hits a carrot. That slows her down a little bit. Now she's caught up in the meat grinder. Can Leia take advantage and stay alive? Now it's Leia chased by 2 Jasmine marbles. Can Leia finish this thing off? Here she comes. Jasmine's making her move. Jasmine for the sweep. Here she comes. It's Jasmine. No, it's Leia. Leia launched to the top shelf. She landed straight on top of Jasmine and pushed Jasmine out of the way. What a finish. Leia's hopes remain alive. Look at this. Jasmine was up top first. Leia comes flying up, bounces off the rock, caroms off the Jasmine marble, pushing Jasmine backward and propelling Leia forward. And Leia, in full-out desperation mode, finds a way at the tail end to win round 3, and now Leia's still alive. This is round 4 now. Leia's gonna have to still win 3 in a row if she's gonna find a way to advance. Jasmine off to another excellent start. She's really dominated the early parts of every race so far. She's on the elevator now, chased by another Jasmine marble. Oh, the first Jasmine marble rolls right off the course. Jasmine's secondary marble is headed towards the grave digger now. Up on top, she's chased by another Leia marble. Leia must find a way to catch Jasmine if she wants to stay alive. Here comes Jasmine, handles turn 1 well. How will she handle the mushrooms? Oh, there's a down mushroom, but Jasmine finds her way by. Can she handle the carrots? She's through the carrots into the meat grinder. No problem. This thing's all Jasmine at the moment. Can she handle the gravedigger and advance to the final? Here she comes. Down the lava river, into the gravedigger. Here she comes. Oh, she's been tossed off the course. Oh, now Leia's stuck on the course. Oh boy, we've got no marbles here. Who's gonna make their move? Can Leia find a way to survive, or will it be Jasmine? Jasmine making her way down. Can she handle the gravedigger? Here comes Jasmine. Oh no, she got stuck in the rocks. Here's another Jasmine marble. Oh, this Jasmine marble's been thrown off the course. What is happening? It is complete chaos here at the Legona 500. Do we have any marbles left? There are no marbles left alive. What do we do now? The Jasmine marble got stuck stuck on the rocks that was going to win it. This has not happened in the Legona 500 history. I'm not sure what happens now. I'm hearing in my headset that we will have to rerun round number 4. So here we are again. After that wild finish, we are rerunning round number 4 once again. Jasmine still in a dominant 2-1 position with Leia facing elimination. She's in a must-win. Leia and Jasmine each take a marble side by side up the elevator. How will they handle the lava river? They're going to enter the grave digger together. It's Leia up first, but Jasmine goes in for the pass, and now Leia passes her back. Oh, this has just been wild back and forth action between these two princesses. Now Jasmine comes down, gives Leia a little bump forward, and Leia still has the lead. Jasmine bumps her again. No love lost between these two. Now Jasmine has the lead. Oh, Jasmine bumps a Leia marble that was stuck in the meat grinder, and now Jasmine's stuck, but Leia gives her a little bump forward. Oh, is it another crucial mistake? 2 Jasmine marbles are on the elevator. One of them could win it. One of them just rolls off the course. Here's Jasmine down the grave digger to win it. Here comes Jasmine. She's up on top, followed by a Leia. Oh, and Leia bumped her. One more bump by Leia. Leia passed her on the zigzag. Whoa. Jasmine once again with a chance to win it. Leia, with one last ditch effort, gets to the top, chases Jasmine down on the zigzag, bumps her forward again, and Leia, with her back against the wall, finds a way to force round 5. This has been an insane battle, but only one can go to the final, and this round is gonna decide it. Leia's off to a good start. She's got 2 marbles. One bumps the carrot, the other one is caught in the meat grinder, and they are stuck now. Can Jasmine capitalize? She gets through, as does Leia. Leia with a 1-link lead. To the lava river they come. Leia with a nice burst of acceleration, but they get to the gravedigger together. They're both tossed around. Now Jasmine's up top, followed by Leia. Oh, it's going to be a close finish again. Jasmine has a 2-link lead over Leia. How will she handle turn 1? She goes the wrong direction, as does Leia. They're both now picking up speed. Leia goes in for the pass. She's slowed down by the carrots, and Jasmine bumps her. This has just been rubbing as racing the whole entire time. Here they are bumping again, and Jasmine has a small lead over Leia. Oh, Leia tumbles down the elevator a couple spots. Will that ultimately cost her? Jasmine slow on the river. They're side by side again. It's Jasmine up top. Leia goes for the pass, but couldn't get it, and Jasmine wins it. Oh, Leia tried the same move one last time for the 5th time in a row. Jasmine gets to the top shelf first. Leia chasing her down, uses a little reverse spin to accelerate forward, but this time her move does not work as she is a fraction of a second too late. Jasmine will head to the final and play for the cup. Leia should be proud of her performance, but comes up just a hair short. Congratulations to Jasmine. She finds a way to advance to the final out of the North region. She will take on the winner of E.T. and Grand Moff Tarkin. That race has already run, but we won't spoil the result here. If you would like to know who Jasmine is going to face in the final, go back and watch that video now. 2 princesses put it all on the line for you today, and we got an unbelievable show. If you don't want to miss the final, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. Thank you for joining us today. The finals are up next. We've all been waiting to see who will be crowned champion. We'll see you then. "32 teams started this journey, and we're down to an extraterrestrial and a princess. Who hoists the trophy? We find out next. There are no tickets available. This crowd got here early and settled in to find out who will be crowned champion. It has been a long road from 32 teams down now to only 2. And we will find out today who goes home with the championship. Welcome everyone to the Legona 500. My name is Ian Clutch Power. I am your host, and it is tournament time. Let's take a quick look at the bracket before we begin. ET got to the final by knocking off Watto in the opening round, then defeating the number 1 overall seed Blackbeard, and then finally Grand Moff Tarkin. Jasmine found her way to the final by knocking off defending champion Islander, and then the vampire bassist, and finally fellow princess Leia Organa. Now we do have a bit of an issue before we begin today. Both ET and Jasmine rolled with copper marbles this entire tournament, so we are going to go down to the racetrack for a coin flip. Jasmine has called the Lego logo while ET gets the number 1. The winner gets the copper marble. It is up in the air. Let's see what we've got. It is the number 1. That means ET will get the copper marbles, and Jasmine will roll with blue marbles. We are ready for round number 1. This is a best of 5 for the cup. Jasmine's off to an early lead. She is past the mushrooms and headed towards turn 2. She goes wide of the carrots, an interesting strategy, but then gets caught in the meat grinder. Now she's through with a second Jasmine marble. No sign of ET. There he is. He's about 8 links behind. Jasmine, 2 marbles down the lava river, headed towards the gravedigger. The first marble goes high off the rocks, but bounces back in play. ET not far behind. Jasmine will take the lead into the final lap of round number 1. She bounces off of turn 1 and headed down the golden road, but slowly, and that gives ET a chance to pass. Oh, they're just blasting through mushrooms. How badly do they want this? They're destroying the track on the way by. They are neck and neck at the end of round number 1. Here comes ET. He's going to be the first to enter the gravedigger. Can he get up top? He's stuck. Here comes Jasmine first, but ET goes in for the pass, and ET wins round number 1. Jasmine was the first on top, but she went the wrong direction on the ramp, and that gave ET just enough time to go in for the pass, and ET leads 1-0. Jasmine will look to even the score. Oh, and ET blasts ahead. He's off to a great start in the second round as well. He misses the carrots again and goes into the meat grinder straight through again. ET looking very strong early in this final. ET headed down the lava river towards the gravedigger. He's up on top quickly and through. No sign of Jasmine. This thing is all ET at the moment. He heads up the elevator towards the slides. He handles turn 1 with no problem, and now he's headed towards the mushrooms. The mushrooms got him a little bit this time. That slows him down. Now he goes wide of the carrots again and straight through the meat grinder. ET's having no difficulty with this course at all. Here he comes down the lava river. Can he find a way to go up 2-0? He's up top and stuck. Oh, Jasmine's marble that was wedged pushed ET up on the track, and now Jasmine comes through and she wins round 2. Oh, look at Jasmine. She had a rock on the course. With a wedged marble, ET hit the rock and jumped straight into a crevice, gets stuck, and Jasmine, with a sneaky little strategy there, wins round number 2 to even the score. Round number 3, we are tied at 1. Again, this is best of 5 for the title. ET is off to a good start for the 3rd round in a row. He is a fast starter. Now they're through the meat grinder, and it's E.T. again with 2 marbles headed up the elevator. How will he handle the lava river? He's headed down, a little zigzag. He slows down, but now he's into the gravedigger and up on top with 2 marbles. E.T. has been so good in lap number 1, 3 rounds in a row now. 2 marbles for E.T. will go into the final lap. They handle turn 1 with no problem at all, but bounce off the fence. They're going to maintain the lead, but that slowed them down. They're headed into turn 2 now. Both missed the carrots. Oh, they're both stuck in the meat grinder now. They bleed through, but Jasmine takes the lead. They are neck and neck, side by side with half a lap to go. Who takes the 2-0 lead? E.T. cuts off Jasmine. Jasmine had more speed, but E.T. with a strategic move. Look at this, coming off the elevator. E.T. cuts in front of Jasmine. Cuts her off there. Jasmine tries to go to the outside, and E.T. cuts her off again. E.T. is a very strategic racer. It looks like Jasmine may be the faster marble, but E.T. is a crafty competitor. Now E.T. leads 2-1 as we go into round number 4. E.T. 1 win away from the title. Jasmine in a must-win situation. Here we go. E.T. off to a stellar start for the 4th round in a row. Here comes E.T. He's all alone on the elevator. Headed down the lava river towards the gravedigger. Can he get up top quickly? Yes, he can. He is up quickly. Jasmine makes a move, takes a shortcut through the zigzag. She's only 5 lengths behind, but she has to make her move now. Another loss, and Jasmine's done. Jasmine takes the lead. She's over the carrot bridge, gets hung up on the mushrooms, and they're side by side. Can E.T. win it? There's a carrot down on the course. Who gets through? It's Jasmine. Jasmine's through, trying to force a 5th and deciding round. E.T.'s only 1 length behind. Here they come. Jasmine's a little faster on the lava river. Can she get up top? She's up top. E.T. is as well, but oh, Jasmine a little quicker down the ramp. She wins round 4, evens the score, and we are going to have a 5th and deciding round in our Legona 500 final. A fantastic finish to round number 4 as Jasmine comes up big. Now it's all on the line. 1 final race, 2 laps to determine a Legona 500 champion. Jasmine finally gets off to a good start and then gets stuck in the mushrooms, and it will be E.T. taking the lead off of turn 2 for the 5th round in a row. E.T. headed to the elevator, and Jasmine is 5 lengths behind. E.T. headed down the lava river towards the gravedigger. He's up quickly. Jasmine up as well, but she hit the rock and slowed way down, and right now it's all E.T. E.T. down the slides. Does he head up and hit turn 1? He does. That slows him way down. Can Jasmine take advantage? E.T. now picking up a huge burst of speed. He is past the carrots one last time. Oh, he's caught up in the meat grinder. Here comes Jasmine with 2 marbles coming through. Can Jasmine finish this thing off and be declared the champ? Here comes Jasmine down the lava river. Can she get up top? Who's going to be the first one? It is Jasmine. No, E.T. They're side by side. Oh, it's Jasmine. Jasmine won it. Oh my gosh, what a finish. Jasmine was up first, but E.T. flew ahead of her. Took the lead into the first part of the zigzag. That sent E.T. to the inside lane, which should have given him the advantage. Jasmine on the outside. They were side by side coming down the final little turn. And look at this. They are literally dead even here with 12 inches of race to go. And Jasmine, with a burst of speed, defeats E.T. by a fraction of a second and claims the Legona Cup Championship. Look at this, 12 inches and they were dead even, but a little burst of speed from the outside lane gives Jasmine the title. What an effort by E.T. He was a very worthy finalist, but ultimately, congratulations to Jasmine of Agrabah. She is the champion of the Legona 500 Dreamzzz Edition. How do you celebrate when you're the champion of the Legona 500? Well, whether you're a Disney princess or not, of course, you go to Disney World. Look at this. We are here at Disney World in front of Cinderella's castle. Jasmine has hoisted the trophy, and we see all of her Disney friends have joined in the celebration. What a wild finish to an outstanding season of Legona 500. Once again, congratulations to Jasmine, who outlasts them all. If you happen to miss any of this Legona 500 season, or you want to see future seasons, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Ian Clutch Power. It has been a remarkable Dream season. Thank you for joining us at the Legona 500, and we will see you next season.